think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's knocking. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else to blame. Bougie stuck up in my way, singing Gucci gang. Gucci gang, think I'm Gucci Mane. I'm just playing in the cut, I got my Vans on. I'm not selfish, I get on to put my mans on. Always greedy since the day I got my first safe. 5'7", but I'm 6'8" when I stand on the money pals. Need a money counter, I broke my thumb from thumbing down. Wifey on my line, she told me to dumb it down. Mama on my line, asking how I'm dumbing now. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's knocking. Get out my way, I'm so unashamed. Throw it to my veins, like my 2K green or blue, I'm not into games. Focus on your player's face while I'm stacking change. We throw out what you got on your whole crew late. Every time I drop it, knock you make the school face. I can't stand to be around people who are two-faced. I can't stand to do some business if you're too late. I beat the beat defeated, I beat the beat mistreated, I beat the odds deleted. On top, I'm ODing. No rock star with these leather pants, I'm ACDCing. When I die, bet they love me, but hate me when I'm breathing. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, it's running. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's knocking.
Yeah. Check 1 2 1 2. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, rocking the beautiful LATAM livery on that A320, the fly-by-wire A320NX. I do have the link to the A320NX in the description, or you can type in !A320NX in chat, and Nightbot will give you a link for that. I know a lot of you guys have been asking how to get the improved modded version of the A320. It's still obviously a pretty big project and a long work in progress, but we got it going on, and I got a link for you there, as well as the link for this livery. Again, we've been flying from Brasilia, which is the capital of Brazil. If you didn't know, now you know. So today's flight is all about Brazil, man. It's taking off from the capital of Brazil down to Sao Paulo, and then a very short hop for our second leg over to Rio de Janeiro. But welcome to the stream, guys. Bom dia, buena dias, bonjour, ça va? Grimlock, welcome to the stream, my friend. Sassy Gaming, hello, welcome to the stream. Captain Cali, welcome back. Good to see you. Read you 5x5. Stainless, hello, welcome to the stream. Lars Tron, welcome back. Good to see you, man. Mr. Music for All, welcome back. Aviator Gaming's in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you, man. Jaden Zarilla, hello. Good to see you, man. Thank you guys so much for coming through and hanging out with your boy. Nolan Aviation, good to see you, man. Am I monetized? Yes, I am. Max Cthulhu, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Yeah. So much better today. I'm glad I was able to figure out that whole YouTube event nonsense. Let me move this phone out of the way. How rude of me to have my phone out. Alright, so yes, if you would like to join me, matter of fact, I actually want to ask you guys a question before we even start. Would you like me to do this flight on VATSIM, or would you like me to just stick with the Microsoft native multiplayer? I'm already on the live players server, so if you want to join me, just come to the live players server at SBBR Sierra Bravo Romeo, and I'm on the USA East server, so you can do that, or we could do a flight on VATSIM. The only downside to VATSIM is, for one, I don't think there's ATC here right now, and for two, I may not see you if we're, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just curious if you guys want, if you care. Right now, I plan to not use VATSIM, but I do have it ready to go if I need to do it. Designer, what up, man? Good to see you, man. Panda. Welcome to the stream, man. Razor, hello from Arkansas. Victor, flying in your country, heck yeah, man. Dougal McTavish, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Long time no see. I shouldn't say long time, but it's been about a week or so. But good to see you, man. Hello, good to see you, man. Good to see you guys. All right, so we'll be starting this playing up from Cold and Dark. Now, there was a new update that happened right after we ended our stream yesterday. Like, okay, the gate is right in my face. We'll get that handled. But yeah, so there's an update that went live right after we finished our stream yesterday. And so I went ahead and updated it. It was a 15 gigabyte download for the update. It actually took me about 2 hours to download 15 gigabytes. First of all, that's ridiculous. But yeah, that's how long it took me. And I've actually heard other people have had even longer load times. We'll go ahead and turn battery on 1, battery 2, and hit external power. And we'll get the nav lights on. And with the improved version, we actually click these IRS knobs now, which is very nice. And you can see it's actually Cold and Dark now with this version, so you actually have to go over here to the left and turn on the PFD and MFD displays. It reminds me of the Tolus A319 and A321, where you have to actually turn them on when you load in Cold and Dark. And then also here with the what's it called, the ECAM, lower ECAM and upper ECAM. There we go. So now our screen's coming to life. You can see got the red there, so it's still aligning the IRS. Yeah, that's working. Yours was 20 minutes. Freaking lucky you. Took you 90 minutes. Yeah, lucky you guys. It took me 2 hours. Like, no joke. It took me straight up 2 hours to download 15 gigabytes, which was the size of mine. I'm not sure why yours was only 11. Well, I'm not, you know, if we just do no VATSIM, I'm not using ATC at all. Like, I refuse until somebody comes out with something better. I'm not using the in-game ATC. All right, let's go ahead and call the thingy. You know, the what do you call this thing? The freaking this thing right here. Jetway. That's what it's called. Call that up. That's not what I want to ask. Let's go back to ground services. There it is, Jetway connection. That should be our Jetway right there. It's probably gonna come right through our window. Jetway is connected. Oh, are you serious? It's coming from way the heck over there. So we have a Jetway in our face, and we have one coming from over there. That's hilarious. Yeah, I agree. The installer is still not efficient. They said they fixed some things, right? Yeah, it didn't even come all the way over. I've been having that issue too with the latest update. Is I've flown this plane multiple times since yesterday, and the Jetway doesn't always come all the way to me. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure if, and this is just a default parking spot. This is the default airport default parking spot, and maybe the parking spot is set too far away because it's just not. It's just refusing, completely refusing to come all the way over here. So oh well. The door is open. It is what it is. We're gonna call the fuel supply and the power supply and all the different supplies and the catering services and the baggage services. There we go. Alright, so again, we're completely Cold and Dark. I didn't even pre-file my flight plan. And yes, actually the A320, and I know I've been testing it, it's pretty darn broken. It's pretty darn broken. This last update, as I mentioned in our title today, new update, new bugs. Well, there's a lot of very big major bugs, especially with the A320. It doesn't matter if you're using the A320 default or the improved A320NX version. You're gonna have the same problems with either. I'm gonna get the APU started up. We'll switch over to the APU page. We'll see if say flap open here in just a second. IRS, oops, that's the landing gear. IRS is aligning. I think it just finished. I think it just automatically finished when I hit the gear on accident. Your Jetway's on the back door. That's hilarious. Yeah, Mike SLM. So yeah, here's the issue. I've learned this. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. We still need to set the plane up, but I'll tell you guys now. If you're flying A320, there's a problem with the left engine. I don't know what it is. I was flying with a friend of mine earlier, and he said that his battery wouldn't even come on at first. So I'm not sure what's causing that. So that's one issue that has been noted. Flap is open now, so go ahead and start the APU up. The other issue that I had personally is that my left engine would die shortly after I started it up and started taxiing. So the way that I found a workaround, and I found it on the forum, is basically whenever you're doing the startup process, usually you turn the left engine on, the right engine on, while the APU bleed is on. And once the engines are on, you cut the APU off, APU bleed, all that stuff off. So what you got to do is leave the master switch on. Like, you can turn the APU bleed off, but leave the master switch on, and it'll actually stay on. So it's been working for me. But Raven was flying me earlier, and it wasn't even that. He started with a hot start, and it's messed up, guys. So hopefully we get a pretty quick hot fix, because at the moment the A320 is pretty much unflyable. But let's get started with our flight today. Hopefully we don't have any of those issues. I spent a good 3-4 hours last night trying to figure out how to get this plane working. I almost went to plan B, which is going to be the 787. They fixed a lot of things in the update, but they also broke a lot of things as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, you have to reload the sim or reload the plane to get it to work again. Anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit more. Let me get started. Again, if somebody's already saying in chat that they couldn't see me on the right, I'm in the live players server. Sorry, live players USA East server. So make sure you're on that. If you're not on live players and you're not on USA East, you will not see me. That is how it works. All right, down to the FMC. And we are here at Sierra Bravo Bravo Romeo. I'm gonna turn track IR off for a little bit because we're not using it. Actually, hold on, I gotta do it at the same time. So slash Sierra I always forget the name of this thing. Airport. What is it? SBSP Sao Paulo Sierra Bravo Sierra Lima. That's wrong. It's Papa. Yeah, Sierra Bravo Sierra Papa. That's our flight. Return. Okay, cool, that worked. Let's see, cost index. We're just gonna go with like 99. We're just gonna, just get there fast. I don't think the wind thing works. Let's see. It put in our zero fuel weight and stuff automatically. It's probably wrong, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Taxi. Where is my? Is it my initiation page? Oh, yeah, it's a cruise 360, which is actually correct. That's what I want to cruise at. 36,000 feet. Let's go ahead and move on to the flight plan. And departure. Departure is going to be, let me find out. I think it's 11 though. Pretty sure it's 11. Yes, 11 right for departure today. And then our actual departure is the RNAV live 1 Bravo, something like that. There you go, live 1 Bravo. And then the transition will be Mavni. There it is right there. By the way, guys, if you're in other sims, like if you're on X-Plane or P3D, the nav data actually just updated yesterday as well. So it seems that Microsoft also updated their nav data at the same time. That's what it seems so far from me flying, but I could be incorrect. All right, so let's go ahead and continue our flight plan from Mavni. We're gonna go probably direct. No, we're gonna hop on the airway, which is gonna be the uniform. Is that a uniform Zulu? That's an interesting uniform Zulu 2 airway. Is that a waypoint or a airway? Okay, it's an airway. And then after that, Echo and November. You're gonna laugh at this one. Tango India Tango. Say that out loud. And then CPN1 Bravo is our next waypoint. It's direct CPN1 Bravo. Not in database. That's always good to see. Yeah, that's what it says. Let's just go ahead and insert. I'm gonna try it again from here. It says it's not in the database. That's not good. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe as I was saying that, he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna prove you wrong," and say, "Hey, no, it is not updated," because I'm using SimBrief flight plan, which is on the most recent AirAct data, and it's giving me this waypoint. Oh, you know why? Ah, that's a freaking arrival. No wonder. Okay, my bad. Okay, flight sim. You got me. Alright, that's funny. That's funny, I don't care who you are. Alright, so we're landing runway 35 left, most likely. We'll do Yankee, that's all good. CPN1 Charlie's in here. I don't know the difference of them. So we'll just pick the first one that comes up, which is Charlie. And the intit is supposed to be our thingy-majigger. Love this track. It's a star. I know. Thank you, Tino. I was all off, bro. I was all off. I was like, wait, that's not in here. There it is. It's kind of weird when it comes to putting in the transition. Like it doesn't give me the option to put a transition. It has Nax up, like lit up here. But then if I click on Nax up, okay, cool. It did do it. Okay, cool. All right, insert that. Again, you can bypass and skip this whole process by, you know, just doing it in the main menu. What's going on, Juno? Good to see you, man. Ed Reed, I am on the USA East server, FYI. I think we got our whole flight plan in. It's pretty simple. It's not like a bunch of crazy airways or anything like that. So we're pretty good. All right, so checking everything else. Initiation page looks good. Performance page has already been automatically put in for us. We'll just kind of go with that. I'm not sure if they're correct or not. I don't calculate V speeds in real life, so I don't, you know, I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to get some flying in today. Flight plan looks to be okay. I probably need to double check it en route because I've noticed that sometimes it gives me the wrong transitions on my arrivals. So I need to double check on that. Right, that looks good. That's our ILS 435 left in Sao Paulo, and we're good to go. That's basically all we can really do in the FMC as of now. So we'll leave it at that. Let's go back to the main view, and we're basically ready to push back. So what we'll do now is, looks like the APU is avail, so we'll go to the APU bleed, and as we turn the APU bleed on, we turn off the external power. And I'm actually going to go ahead and kill the music here that's playing in the background so you guys can enjoy the sounds. This is just the default Microsoft Flight Simulator sound pack, nothing special, but just so you guys can hear it in case you haven't heard it. And then we'll go ahead and call the pushback truck. No, not the pushback. Actually, yeah, that's funny. Sometimes it will allow you to call for pushback without asking for IFR clearance, and then sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to request jetway disconnection, like it was ever connected, but you know, it's all good. So you guys, some of you guys were saying you're having trouble finding me. Are you still not able to find me? Yes, this is the A320NX project. I love this. I love the way this thing looks, man. I love the way it looks. Alright, we do need to get rid of that ground power unit. Ground supply in. He can go ahead and drive away. Sometimes a fuel truck never actually shows up. Yeah, we're good on fuel. I have 60%. That's way more than enough. But I have 60% loaded in the plane right now. Kiki, what up? Welcome to the stream. First Line Tribes. Hello, good to see you, man. Is there a hurricane in Greece? Do you know you're in your most boring class of the day? Well, welcome. Welcome to the stream. All right, so I guess that's as far as he's gonna move away. I guess he's like, this is good. I'm out of the way. I'm going to go and request pushback. That's this guy here in the blue truck, in the white truck. Yes, I am in the A320neo. That's basically my only choice. There is no other A320s or A3 or Airbus families. So APU's running. Once we push back, we will get the engine started, and hopefully, I forgot to turn this on. Oops. Hopefully our engine will stay on. Again, there's a big bug going on right now, and I assume the developers know about it. They should know about it by now because everybody's having the same problem. But the left engine is something. The left engine is basically broken. Let's go ahead and turn the park and brake off. And beacon light on. Yeah, so the left engine is broken. There's been a few workarounds, but people have been having varying types of problems, so hopefully it will work for me today. We'll see. If not, we'll go to plan B and we'll hop in, I don't know, 787 or something like that. Alright, so I actually don't even know where the runway is. So let me find out. $11 right. Alright, so we need to push back nose to the right, I believe. I think either way we need to go that way, because back there is just terminals. So put me push back to the left. There's a line. I'm getting better at like commanding this guy to do things. Like he's getting me closer and closer to the line. I still don't like the pushback process the way they do it in game. And stop it right there. But I feel like I'm getting a lot better of making it work. Like look how close we are. That's a pretty darn good looking pushback. That's a proper pushback, if I say so myself. Almost proper. Just next to the line. Not too bad. What up, Postals? Good to see you. All right, let's get the engine started. We'll fire them up, and hopefully she stays on. So I'm gonna start with the left engine. So like if we have any issues, we can go ahead and get out of the way now. To the transponder. And set the ignition to start. And then hit the left engine igniter. So what's been happening for me is once the engine does die, it does not come back. It will not come back, and it'll get stuck on N2 at 25.5% N2. So if you get past 25.5 N2, you should be good, at least for now. But you know, start it up, fire it up, you know, give it maybe like 10%, 25% power. There we go, we're good. It's firing up, and see if it stays on. If it doesn't stay on, then you have a problem, which is what I had the problem with earlier. What up, Hunter Boot Cannon? Welcome to the stream, man. Captain Reynolds, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's find out what our weather is. Speaking of weather, there's this new add-on coming out that I'm actually looking forward to. I never thought that I would say this, but I'm actually looking forward to a weather app for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I feel like the weather is not really, like, it looks good, but it's not being drawn correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not getting the weather that it says in the METARs. So right now, our weather here in Brasilia. Oh, listen to that dog. Yeah, boy. That's by default, baby. 050 at 8 knots. What's that noise? Thought I heard something. Because I heard something in the background. What did I say? 050 at 8 knots. Pretty much overcast-ish. Not overcast. 010 visibility. I'm not sure what that means. Cavic. Okay, so it's not overcast. 2909 QNH 1021. Which I guess this is, I don't know, it's not too far off. It's gonna switch this over to hectopascal. Oh, you're not gonna let me click on anything now? You're gonna be like that, huh? Okay, here we go. Alright, what did it say? 1021. And we'll fire up engine 2. Yep, left engine is fired up and stabilized, looking good. 60.5 N2 and EGT's at 474 degrees Celsius, and one is at 20.2. So again, I had so much trouble. I was so frustrating getting the engine working, and the left engine working. I know, right? Somebody sneaking into my crib. I gotta watch out. BU Cannon, is that how you saying? BU Canon? Canan? BU Canan. My bad. I think I missed the an. Postal, you flew Orlando to Atlanta, real life or in sim? And Juno's saying fly to MTPP. I think I know where that is. Is that Haiti? Alright, let's go outside for this engine start. thank you, Merrick, for translating that for me. I always get some of the difference. I understand most of METAR. I can translate most of them. There's a few terms in there that I get mixed up sometimes. So thank you very much for that. All right, we're ready to go, guys. Both engines are on, and as I said, at this point, I will usually turn the APU off, the master off, and APU bleed. We will not do that because if I do, I will lose the left engine. Again, it's not how it's supposed to work. It's a bug, and it's just how it is right now. And that's the workaround for me to actually finish a flight. So that is what we're gonna do. Seatbelt signs can come on now, and smoking signs. For some reason, I can't get the emergency light to come on, but it's all good. Don't need it. I do keep hearing things in the background. I don't know what they are. Alright, so let's go. Our runway is going to be straight ahead and to the right. We'll take, looks like Romeo to Tango to 11 right. So LATAM 116 taxiing to runway 11 right via Romeo Tango Yankee, actually. No, Romeo Tango Uniform Yankee. Something like that. I think it's about right. All right, park and brake release. Let's go ahead and add some flaps. One notch. And then we'll arm the spoilers, set the engine back to normal, and let's go. I think I already turned the taxi lights on. Yeah, I did. What's the new update? You have to look at the website, man. There's a very long list of things. I think I actually turned park and brake on. All right. There's a very long list of things that they updated in the update, which is actually pretty good to see that they updated so many things and so many aspects of the game. Some of the main things that they updated was the aircraft systems for GA and for airliners when it comes to autopilot, when it comes to different types of systems. They also updated some of the physics and aerodynamics. Some of the weather was updated as well. I will say that from my testing in the last 24 hours that not in every situation is the weather actually accurate. It's kind of a little bit off. So I'm not sure what's causing that. If it's like the source that they're getting the weather from, who knows? I'm taking I keep hearing something. I know I'm hearing something. So I don't know what it is, but it's not completely accurate all the time, as I expected. You know what I mean? But it's all good. Who's that? Wamergin? How do I say that? Hammergin? Wamergine? I'm not sure how to say your name, but hola, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Honestly, this airport doesn't look too bad by default. Some airports look really bad, but this one doesn't look as bad. Like, this looks like, I feel like every airport shouldn't look exactly like this, but like it should be at this quality for a default airport. Because some of the airports just, I'm just like, really? What are these, as Gio would call them, apartment buildings that they put out here on the airport tarmac? No, I'll be doing a full stop in Sao Paulo. Full stop in Sao Paulo, and then our second leg will be in Rio, and we'll do a full stop there too. So one of the reasons I want to fly from this airport is, for one, it's a good flight, but also actually I have been to this city in Brazil. Usually when I go to Brazil, I connect through either Rio or Sao Paulo. So I've actually been to all three of these cities. Matter of fact, these are the only three cities that I've ever been to in Brazil. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see them in the sim. I think I have seen them before in testing in the past, but it'd be nice to fly in and out of these cities. But yeah, I flew. Brazil was my final destination. Brasilia was my final destination because I come out here for an event one time, or a couple times. I think I actually turned in too soon. Yeah, we did. And I connected. The first time I flew in, I connected through Rio. And that's when I got to see the whole city. And the second time I connected through Sao Paulo. And I think the third time I flew in, I also connected through Sao Paulo with, I think I actually flew with Avianca, not with LATAM. So I'm thinking about maybe if you guys want to see it, I can switch to the Avianca livery for the second leg. I really enjoyed flying with Avianca. I was surprised. It's a very Brazilian airline. And I couldn't really understand anything that they said at the time. Since then I've learned a lot more Portuguese, so I can travel. I know enough Portuguese to travel and get to where I'm going. But Now I do, but my first time I was like, I don't know what you guys are saying, no idea. And you know, the announcements were all in Portuguese. The whole airport, everything's in Portuguese. It was crazy. But it was fun. I loved it, enjoyed it for sure. But yeah, I flew into this airport. Last time I flew out of here, it was like right after a really bad storm. And it's funny, like, looking at the airport, I really don't recognize anything. Tomorrow won't be Bush per se, but it will be VFR. We're gonna do 2 flights tomorrow. First flight is gonna be an IFR flight. We're gonna fly into my hometown, Houston, Texas, and then after we fly into my hometown, we'll hop in probably like a Cessna 172 or something GA, and I'll kind of show you guys a tour around my city. And that is the plan for tomorrow's stream. So it won't be technically Bush. But it will be another VFR group flight we can all hop in. You could obviously fly an X Cub or a Savage Cub if you want, but I'll probably be flying something a bit more GA. But I wanted to do that because I actually haven't, like, since Microsoft Flight Sim has come out, I've obviously flown into my hometown, you know, personally and off stream, but I've never actually showcased it for you guys to see. So I think I definitely need to, you know, it's not a lot of us simmers in Houston, you know what I mean? Like, I know like 5 people. And I've met them all through, like, the sim. Why is this ground so bumpy? This ground is so uneven. And so, I think it'd be pretty cool to finally show off my city. What up, LED Pilot? Good to see you, man. Your dad's work is based in Houston. That's pretty dope. But yeah. And then with X-Plane, Houston is modeled, like, somebody came out with a Houston or, yeah, Houston City XP or something like that, which wasn't bad. And then Vertical Sim also did the downtown area in 3D building, so you can get a nice version of Houston. Also, the International Airport has a freeware. The Southern Airport HOU has a freeware, so it's represented nicely in X-Plane, but Microsoft definitely does it better. All right, guys, this is ready to go. Nolan, yes sir, I am monetized, therefore I cannot choose the song you're probably gonna ask me for. You guys ready to go? Alright, so Sassy, you said you're behind me. I'm not sure what the problem is or why I'm not seeing you or anybody. So again, I am on the live server, USA East, so I'm not sure if you're on the same or if it's just another bug. So alright, strobe lights on. We'll just go with it. Land lights on and taxi lights to take off. And we are ready to go. Flaps are set 1+F. That's armed. Max on the auto brake. Speaking of brakes, we're gonna release the brakes and get lined up. Stereo cockpit, everyone. Looks like we did choose the correct runway. You can see the winds are going this direction. Speaking of winds, we got actually the winds are not even being calculated right now, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. No idea. Captain Cali, absolutely. The IAH is the better airport for sure. All right, guys, we're taking off. Runway 11 right, Brasilia. LATAM 116, Toga. Taking off, we'll be departing to the right, which should be towards east. Oh, what is that? You hear the engines? That's a bug too. Alright, we're continuing. Here's rotate. Positive climb, gear up. Gear up. There we go. Beautiful, man. It really is gorgeous out here too. It is a beautiful city, Brasilia. Alright, engines are being kind of weird. Like, they're kind of like bouncing around the RPMs. I don't like it. All right, flaps. Putting the nose back down a little bit. We may have pulled the flaps a bit too early. All right, we're good to go now. All right, we'll pull the engines back. Lever climb. Pull the nose back. Plane's really trying to dive on me for some reason. When it comes to the surrounding areas of the airport out here, it looks just like the real thing. This is exactly what I remember from Brasilia. Actually a bit prettier, but we're not in that part of the country or the city. I'm still flying by hand, but I do have lever climb on, so auto throttle is activated, but I still have control over the flight controls. We'll fly it for a little bit, see if we find any more bugs with actual flying it or anything like that. But it's a pretty nice day out here. Daniel 506, hello from Costa Rica. Good to see you, man. Hola, welcome to the stream. Skyhawk, what's up, man? Always good to see you, bro. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. So when I was on manual toga, so it wasn't like legit toga, it was like manual toga, and it might be because I was overdoing the engine, possibly. I don't know what was causing it, honestly, but it was like bouncing around, like you heard it going wheel, 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 like it was like spooling up, down, up, down, up, down, like a lot. Like it's almost like it was limiting the power, but it wasn't doing it correctly. So I don't know what was up with that, but it's something I definitely noticed since the update, but only when doing manual toga. So I'm not sure if it happens any other time. Like right now, we're under auto throttle, so the autopilot's controlling our thrust and our speed based on our angle and everything like that, and it's not doing it anymore. All right, so we're above 10,000 feet. I'll go ahead and hit the autopilot now. Plane is now taken over. I have my altitude set to 4,000. Okay, that's weird. It needs to actually be like, let's go our cruise. Let's go straight to 36,000. All right, 30. I'll fix it later, but 35,000 looks good, and we should be in the climb. I'm gonna click up, engage, manage altitude. Just make sure that's on. It is. There's 10,000 feet, like I said, and that means the land lights can come off now. Runway turn-offs come off. Taxi lights come off. Strobes, beacon stay on. Wing can go off. And like I said, leave the master switch on unless you want the engines to die. All right, so we're climbing 3,000 feet per minute. I will say, in some cases, not all, but in some cases, look at this. Oh, look at this view out here. Oh my God. In some cases, the autopilot has kind of smoothened out. Like it's not as aggressive as it was, but it's still, it'll still dive you down and pop your ears pretty good. So we'll see. We're just gonna monitor that as we do these flights today. But it's looking okay at the moment. Let's go outside and enjoy the view for a little while of Brasilia. I feel like this is a part of Brazil that I feel like in the flight sim community you don't really see much, because people usually just fly to Rio. Yes, Yannick, we definitely need some payware aircraft ASAP. I think again, I think it's just kind of all waiting on Asobo to provide in the SDK what the developers need, because it sounds like from what I've heard from the third-party developers who are making aircraft that they're trying to finish them up ASAP. Like they probably would have been done by now. You're only seeing a few basic planes like the 182, the Kit Fox. That's like the only two planes available so far that are like payware, you know what I mean? But I think that they're waiting on Asobo to fix up their SDK, which has been a huge complaint from the developer community within Flight Sim, is the screwed up SDK and the lack of documentation and the lack of just everything. So I think that right now, and this is what my point of view, I feel like Asobo is probably just trying to fix all the core game problems, like the autopilot, you know what I mean, like all the stuff that's already broken, and I don't know if how much energy they're putting towards the SDK and third-party developers, even though they say, you know, they made the game with third-party developers in mind, but I think that they're maybe neglecting them a little bit. I had assisted takeoff on? Huh. I can check on that later. Maybe I'll check on that. Remind me when we land in Sao Paulo. Remind me to check on that, because since I updated, I haven't went through all my settings and changed anything. So it's possible that they could have defaulted to having assisted takeoff on, something like that, and that could be the problem. So I don't know. That's a good thing to check. I never really thought to do that because I've never had it on. I will say though, a huge positive from the latest updates. The latest update is the performance is so much better. Like, man, this is so much smoother now. I still get a few stutters here and there, but it's so much better than it used to be. My frames have like doubled, I think I would say, because I did a few flights. I did a flight out of Miami last night, and I got a good 35 frames, which is, you know, is okay. It's decent. That's flyable, right? But if I had done that flight last week or a couple days ago on the older version, I would have been getting 15 max 20 frames. So huge performance boost in this update for sure. So if you haven't updated, I mean, I would update just for that performance boost, because it's definitely made it better. And for me, flying in GA wasn't too much of an issue. It was flying in the airliners, in the 787 and the A320, where I was really getting a really bad FPS hit, mostly on the interior. The outside I also did get a decent hit on frames as well, but the inside is really where I was being punished. I was like, this makes no sense. I got a 1080 Ti, I got a decent, you know, computer. I don't have a low-end machine. I have a pretty, you know, mid-range to high-end machine. I feel like there's no reason I should be struggling as hard for frames on Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know. And so now with the new performance changes they've made, it should help a lot of people, hopefully. What up, Maddie? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. But wow, look at this view, though. Beautiful out here in Brasilia. I think we're a bit farther from Brasilia now, but this is now just Brazil. The stuff that I was only able to see out the window view, I can really take in and appreciate now. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like, whenever I travel or fly somewhere, I love to go back and check out, like, redo the flight, you know, simulate the flight in the sim after I've done the real life flight and compare the two. And even, like, I mean, if you think about it, when you're a passenger, you can only see so much. Like, if you have a window seat, that's great, but you can only see what's outside that window on that side. Look at that plateau. That's one thing that the area around Brasilia is known for, is these really cool mountains with the plateaus on top. I appreciate that, Postals. Appreciate that, man. I have a lot of friends out in Brazil now. I haven't talked to them in a while, but I got some friends out here. What up, Hamza? You gotta love the random engine failure after takeoff. Hopefully we don't have one of those today. Yeah, the view is sick. Sassy, how you looking back there? Your engine working? You good to go? This is nice. Just taking it all in right now. Matter of fact, I think the view is so nice, I gotta take the shades off. Oh yeah, they're coming off now. They're coming off. Oh, that looks even better. I'm gonna turn off track IR as well. Am I still working on my license, or is COVID slowing it down? I wouldn't really say that COVID has affected. Look at that right there. I wouldn't say that COVID has affected my pilot license so much. Mainly the reason I say that is because my struggle is the same with or without COVID, and that's just money. That's just like right now, again, I've mentioned this on many streams. Me and my wife are trying to focus on saving up to get us a house in the next year. And so I obviously can't save money and pay for flight school at the same time. And we've been saving money for a while. So unless I can get some kind of like ridiculous amount of money outside of what I'm saving to put towards it and still save for the house, it's gonna be hard for me to do that. Not saying I'm giving up, I'm just saying it's kind of like postponed because of real life stuff rather than that. And it's also like I already have a job, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm really doing it to get a career, even though I am, but it's more of a change of career. But thankfully I currently have a career that is paying, you know, the bills. So it's kind of like going back to school, going back to college, you know what I mean? But I'm still doing it. Don't trust me. I'm still doing everything I can. I'm actually going back through ground school a second time to refresh on everything I learned in ground school, so that I can hopefully get a little bit of money. I'm gonna start trying to put a little bit of money towards like maybe a side account or something to put towards flight training. It's the thing is like should I go and and do like the 1 hour here and there like once a month, you know, for flight training, or should I save up and then just knock it all out in like you know, a couple months? You know what I mean? So it's like, it's kind of like it's that whole challenge. But you know, it'll happen. It's gonna happen. Even if I have to get my license when I'm freaking 45 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, it's gonna happen. Trust me. Trust me, it's gonna happen. But from my perspective, it can't happen soon enough. My job is, I am a graphic and web designer. I work on you know, artwork and websites, and artwork for websites. That's basically what my job is, my full-time job. Alright, let me see if I can change this to hundreds. Yeah, there we go. Even that out. Alright, so right now, guys, if you just joined us, we are just taking off out of Brasilia, which is the capital of Brazil here in South America, climbing up to 36,000 feet en route for Sao Paulo, which is our first stop, and our second stop will be Rio. We do have the new, we did update to the new update for Microsoft Flight Simulator last night, and also kind of talking about that and how that's affected us. We've gotten a significant performance boost, which is amazing, but there's also a ton of new bugs that it has caused. So it's kind of like you win and you lose, a few steps forward and a whole bunch of steps back. The A320 in many ways is a miracle that I'm flying it right now, because it's pretty much unflyable because of some of the bugs that it has with the left engine dying on you. So hopefully we'll keep that left engine running for this entire flight. I don't expect to do any emergency landings today. A few other bugs that have been reported too. I mean, I haven't had all of them yet, but yeah. Hello from Copenhagen. What's up, Infinite Aviation? Good to see you, man. David DeCala, you miss flying? I do too, bro. Yeah, man, I'm hoping that somebody's making an add-on, or I'm hoping that Microsoft will make a change. I know I say Microsoft, but when I say Microsoft, I talk about the Microsoft Flight Simulator team. I know it's not the whole Microsoft company, but I'm hoping that they change some of the drone stuff. I like the drone camera. I'm using my PlayStation 4 controller to access it and fly it around, which is really cool, very nice. I love the things you can do with it. But there's some things that I want to be able to do, and that is like stick the drone camera anywhere I want. So I want to be able to like put it like right here on the wing, and it sits right there on the wing, and it doesn't like rock back and forth, but it actually kind of like switches to a static camera. That's what I want. And then also you can go in here and create your own wing view, and it just stays there. That's what I want, right? That's a nice view right there. So there's a couple things that I want, as well as these fixed cameras that we have right here. You can't change them still, so I want to be able to like edit these fixed cameras and move them around and customize where they go and where they are. It's a feature that it's really weird that it's missing. The fact that you just can't move it. Like, what is the limitation there that I can't move this camera around? Why am I bound down to only looking at this view that some random person picked, who doesn't have very good taste in wing views apparently? Whoever chose this view, like whoever's decision it was to make this view for Microsoft Flight Simulator for every single plane, does not have great taste in views. I'm not sure what they were thinking. But the point is, we need to be able to change it to our own taste and liking, because we don't all like this, right? I'm not digging this. Like, I don't like the fact that I can't see the rest of the wing. I want to see all the wing, not just a piece of the wing. So yeah, man. Kid Pepito, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you, man. Yes, there's in the new Infinite Flight update, that's actually exactly what they're doing, is allowing you to create your own views in the way that I'm actually asking for. But it's just funny that, you know, a mobile flight simulator is going to have a feature that the PC sim is not going to have. But, you know, again, this is a very young. Uh-oh, don't you crash. It's froze up. You better not crash. There it is. It's a very young simulator right now still. You know, it's still young. It's still being updated, still being fixed. So, I mean, there's a long road ahead for this sim. I think that, again, a year from now, it'll feel like a completely new simulator, and maybe it'll actually feel like a simulator in a year, you know. But yeah, you can't change the cameras here and there. Yeah. So again, it's gonna be either the actual Sobo Microsoft Flight Simulator developers are gonna have to change it, or somebody's gonna come along like X Camera, like Chase Plane, and make a whole new thing to kind of work in there. So kind of like I was mentioning earlier, how there's a new weather add-on coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator that I'm actually surprisingly looking forward to, because that was one thing I was looking forward to, was not looking forward to new weather app. Like, I was hoping that Microsoft would be kind of the end all, right? Like, no more weather apps. There's no need for them because they've just done it so well. But there's a few, you know, things they've been missing on, and the accuracy of the current weather is one of those. That's basically, I think, what they're changing. Dang, your dad is working on a doctorate degree. I'm not sure what that means, but a doctor maybe, and he's a pastor, and on top of that, he's also a teacher. Yeah, he has a lot, and a dad. Don't forget that part. So I'm sure, yeah, he has a lot on his plate as well. Baba Wagon, performance is great, man. It's a huge step up. Huge step up. I am actually able to fly on ultra graphics right now in an airliner. Whenever I flew airliners before, I had to go down to high or medium. So the fact that I'm on ultra right now makes me happy. Look at that. That's nice. Interesting looking farmland out there. Let's get the jams back on. Wow, Sim Pilot did your first flight sim long haul, Amsterdam to Princess Juliana in 787. I'm assuming you flew KLM. Very nice flight. How did it go? Did you didn't have any issues with the crash or anything like that? That Godzilla mod is ridiculous, man. That Godzilla mod is ridiculous. It's funny. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't tried the Godzilla mod yet, but it's the fact that it exists is really funny, and it kind of shows you the reach that Microsoft Flight Simulator has had beyond the Microsoft Flight Simulator community. Because think about it, P3D, X-Plane, they ain't never had no Godzilla mod. Seriously, I mean, you could easily add a Godzilla mod to X-Plane, to P3D, but it didn't. Nobody thought to do it. Nobody wanted it. And with Microsoft Flight Simulator, it just kind of shows you the broad range of people and types of people and stuff that people want for Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know what I mean? So, I mean, personally, I'm not gonna go be flying the Godzilla. I don't really see a purpose to fly around Godzilla. Why? I'm just gonna see Godzilla in the distance when I'm landing my plane, when I'm retreating. I don't know. There could be a reason. There could be a purpose for it, but yeah, I'm not gonna download it just because it's just not my cup of tea. It's not my thing. But for some of y'all, I'm like, yeah, I want to see Godzilla. So, Captain Callie, what other games do I play? I play a lot of games. There's a very long list to that answer. Let me get back to that, Callie. Postals, why don't you sign up for EAA? They supply money for people getting their pilot license. I'm sort of signed up for EAA. I'm looking into scholarships. I've been keeping my eye out trying to find scholarship stuff. EAA is one of those sources, as well as AOPA. Do you have a graphics card for Ultra? Yes. Yeah, I agree with David as well. It is a bit harder the older you are to get a scholarship for aviation. They still give them out, but it's a bit more difficult. You know, I think they focus more on the younger generation, which makes sense, right? Because a lot more younger people are kind of looking to get into their first career rather than an older person trying to look into getting their second or third career, right? You know, you got a lot more life left too. So, but it's not impossible. Not to say it's impossible. Aaron Nico, you want to become a pilot in the Air Force? Sounds legit. Yes, 1080 Ti, and I'm on Ultra. Yes. PhD, why did you type doctor? I have no idea why you typed that. Yeah, someday we'll do a flight to Innsbruck. I've been staying away from it because it's just, you know, been kind of overdone, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't mind doing it, like, off stream. But I've been trying to, at least in this first few months of Microsoft Flight Simulator, fly to places that I don't usually fly to before. I have some amazing scenery for Innsbruck on X-Plane, which is actually the same scenery that's in Microsoft by Orbix. The performance, I mean, the update was for me, it was a 15 gigabyte update. To download. I'm not sure if that's replacing 15 gigabytes or adding 15 gigabytes to your system. Not sure which it is, but it was a 15 gigabyte update, and it made performance better, but it actually fixed a lot of other things. A very long list of things that they edited it and fixed and improved. You have to go down the list on the website, but they also broke a lot of things they didn't mention. They released a new GeForce driver. Oh, I had definitely not installed that yet. So I'll check that out, man. Thanks for letting me know. Alan Farms, what kind of AI traffic do I prefer? Sim, multiplayer, or add-ons? That is a good question. I prefer multiplayer, so I prefer the traffic to be real people. But in the case that I'm flying somewhere that nobody's at, kind of like today, I prefer, I guess I would say, add-on, because if I think back to X-Plane with Traffic Global, the whole reason I like Traffic Global because I tend to fly during the day when, you know, it's not the peak hour for flight simming. It's more like about 5 hours from now. And so a lot of times when I'm flying, there's no ATC. There's not a lot of people around except for the people who join the stream, and so I like to have a little bit of a life happening around me. So that's why I like the add-on Traffic Global for X-Plane, because it actually adds a lot of planes around me. It makes me feel like I'm in a more of a living environment rather than landing at a completely empty airport, taking off from a completely empty airport. So I guess to answer your question, multiplayer when it's busy, and then add-ons because the sim doesn't usually draw it as well as an add-on can. What up, IFNG? Good to see you, man. Sim Pilot says he did his long haul in the KLM livery and had no crashes. Nice. I thought about doing a long haul last night, and then I kind of missed my window. So I'll probably do one, not for a live stream yet. Not for a live stream, but I'll probably do one just to do one. I gotta find a perfect time to do that though, right? I gotta kind of plan, like, all right, I'm gonna be like, I like to be gone. I like to either be out of the house or sleep during long hauls. So I gotta plan for all that stuff, but I want to do one because I really do. Like, we have a great 787 and 747. Well, hold on, let me rewind that back. I wouldn't say great. We have a 787 and a 747, which are great for long hauls. Let me have to rephrase that. And so I want to do it. I want to actually take them for a long haul and see how they do, and actually also see how my computer handles a long haul flight in Microsoft Flight Sim. But I've been freaking scared to do them because I've been getting a lot of random crashes, even in these short 1 hour, 2 hour long flights. And I don't believe that I don't know if it's my system or if the actual game, whichever. I'm not sure whose fault it is, but I've been worried of actually getting that done because once I start a flight, I want to finish it. I don't care how long it is. I'll try that out. Post us if there's a local EAA group. I'll check that out for flight training. You feel bad about newer ATC for the in-game ATC is what you're talking about, or what are you talking about exactly? Why do they give scholarship for old people? Hey, old people need scholarships too. JFK Toronto and A330. Very nice, Kiki. What do I think the new Image? What is MAJ? What is that? What is that, Charles? Oh, you're trying to say what do I think of the new update? I like it so far. Some of it. It's an improvement, but it also kind of brought some more bugs. So. My personal main favorite thing about the update is the actual performance boost I'm getting, because that was a huge complaint of mine, and it kind of really hurt how I enjoyed it. Something else they updated was the issue we were having down here, where it would say like 225 at 3 knots, which was obviously incorrect. They said they addressed that problem and it should be fixed, but they have not confirmed to fix the inaccuracy of some of the weather and winds aloft. But they said they made it better. They're improving it. So something else I had a big complaint about, but it's getting better. Getting better. We're getting there. My curiosity is how long until the next update? We waited what, 3 weeks? Oh, what, maybe 3 weeks? 2-3 weeks for this one? We waited like 2 or 3 weeks for the first one, another 2 or 3 weeks for the second one. Matter of fact, I think tomorrow is the 1 month anniversary for Microsoft Flight Simulator. But yeah, I've never been to AirVenture, but I really want to go. I've only been virtually on Pilot Edge the last year. Blue Streak Simulations, hello, good to see you. Welcome to the stream, my friend. What are my thoughts on RFS? I've tried it, and it's not for me, but it's definitely a good mobile simulator for those who enjoy it. Matthew, hello, my friend. What up? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. No contrails in this update either. No contrails, no replays, you know. Good to know postals, I'll check that out, and same for David. Thank you, Nico. Well, I mean, eventually, if we do ever get as big as those other people, we may need to have to add slow mode eventually, but at the moment, there is no slow mode. The slow mode is just me reading it very slowly. Like, the way I do it is I have the chat up on my screen at all time, and I'll read through them one by one, and so there'll be more coming up, but I may not get to them for a while because I'm still reading other ones and answering other ones. That's how I do it at the moment. Oh, that's a good point, Razor. The different download sizes for the update may have to do with the edition you got. So I have premium, so mine may be bigger than if you have the standards, because somebody said they had 11 gigabyte download and I had a 15 gigabyte download. What FPS do I get while sitting in the cockpit? Let's see, right now, don't. At the moment, we are getting, I don't know yet, hold on. I don't know, my NVIDIA thingy is not telling me, so I honestly don't know exactly how many I'm getting right now in the cockpit. But it is better. That's all I'll say, it's better. Alright, so how are we looking on our flight time? Tracking our flight today with Sim Toolkit, and it says we are 35 minutes out from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yes, I use Pilot Edge and X-Plane 11. Pilot Edge now works in Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. I just am not ready to do it. And the reason why I'm not ready is because I want to get the autopilot working first, right? Because there's been times when the autopilot or the flight plan that I filed, whichever, doesn't do predictable things. And when I go to Pilot Edge, the last thing I want to worry about is the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to focus on my radio calls, you know, switching frequencies, doing readbacks, approaches, things like that. And I want to be focused on whether or not the autopilot is actually flying the arrival in the right direction. You know what I mean? So with the autopilot kind of still being a work in progress for Microsoft Flight Simulator, especially in the airliners, I've been kind of, that's the reason why I have not yet jumped in the Pilot Edge on Microsoft Flight Simulator, even though I really want to. But that's the reason I haven't, because I'm just trying to get some more flying under my belt and learn how the autopilot works in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because it doesn't work always how you expect it to, right? So I'm trying to figure that out, and then I'll go into Pilot Edge and I'll be more comfortable and everything to do that. Had a big stutter right there just now. I think we do the Avianca livery for the second flight. Can you save a long haul and come back to it? I doubt it. I don't think you can. What up, Norbert Tinningazer? I can't understand the text, but thank you and welcome to the stream, my friend. Scott S, yes, my friend. That engine, oh my god, the engine bug. You have no idea. I was in a Discord chat trying to figure it out. I had Geo, I had what's his name, friggin', dang it, Baseball Inferno, and a Raven in here in a Discord chat. We were all like trying to figure out, like, I was on VATSIM last night doing a test VATSIM flight in the A320 right after the update. I was like, all right, let me do a VATSIM flight. I got my IFR clearance. I pushed back. I was taxiing, and then my engine died. I was like, what the heck? And this is after I got taxi clearance. So I went ahead and continued taxiing to the whole short line. I was in Miami. And I was holding there, and then the controller hit me up and was like, hey, so you ready to go? And I was like, no, I'm trying to figure out what's up with my engine. And so he's like, all right. And then eventually I had to ask him to allow me to taxi over to a holding area to get it figured out. And I never got it figured out. So once you lose that left engine, it does not come back, guys. Like, don't even try. Like, reload the sim and then try it. But yeah, it's been multiples. For me, turning the APU master on and leaving it on worked to keep the engine from dying. That's why we're still alive right now. But some of you other guys are having another issue where the airplane won't even turn on the engine at all. So I'm not sure what's causing that particular one. But look it up. What I would do is I would tell you to look it up on the forums. I spent about a good 3 to 4 hours trying to figure out how to get my left engine to work, just to find out that I finally went on the forums and saw that 5 hours before I had the problem, a bunch of other people had already solved how to do a workaround. And I was like, well, dang it, that could have saved me freaking 4 or 5 hours of my life. But yeah, so I would say go, like, if you're having the issue, any bug, go and look on the Flight Sim forum or Reddit or somewhere online on the interwebs, internet, and maybe, you know, there's definitely somebody else having the same issue. So go look, check it out, and see. That'll save you some time and frustration. That sucks. Nico, you did a Singapore to Newark flight, and your game crashed after 19 hours on a short final, bro. That is my worst nightmare. That is a flight simulator's worst nightmare. Am I gonna go to Oshkosh next summer? I want to. I will if I'm able. Peter Pinto, I do not play either of those games. I don't even know what those are. Yes, I actually do wish Microsoft Flight Simulator had a 737, but I think I'll wait. Juno, will I ever do a Q&A video? Maybe, but this is basically a Q&A right now. Every stream feels like a Q&A, so I don't feel the need to do one. You guys can always ask me any question, but I might do one like on Instagram or something. The only other game where they care about updates this much is Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. They do update that game pretty often. Luca Romano, hello, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Am I caught up yet? How late am I? LED, you can't see me. I can't see anybody either. I'm not sure what's up with that. Yes, Maddie, this is the upgraded A320 mod, the A320NX. That's what it's called, A320NX. And I agree with you, Ernico. I do not prefer RFS. I prefer Infinite Flight. I haven't been to Sun and Fun either. Those are 2 events that I want to go to. I want to go to Sun and Fun in Florida, and I want to go to Oshkosh in Illinois. Or Wisconsin? Whatever. Yeah, I think it's Wisconsin. What add-on aircraft am I most excited for in Microsoft Flight Simulator? I'm most excited for the PMDG 737, from what I heard of, right? I am actually looking forward to the CRJ, because I do like CRJs. I'm not as excited about that as I would be for a bigger airliner, but I think the CRJ, if it delivers, I'll be pretty happy with that, right? But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I know about right now as far as airliners. There's a lot of other stuff coming out. I know my man Tyler's working on the what's it called? That freaking tail dragger thing. But that's coming to X-Plane first, I believe. Peter, you're funny. I mean, he does stream for like 4 hours straight. I mean, you gotta leave eventually. Like, even right now, as you're saying it, I'm thinking I need to step away because I really gotta pee. I really need to hit the lab real quick. Because I thought I could hold it for the entire stream, but I think I was wrong. It won't take me long. It's just a quick tinkle. Am I off to max speed? Let's find out. Probably not. We're going Mach 0.78, which is not completely max. That's at 280 indicated. So Mach 0.781 is my current speed. MCP is handling it. It's just autopilot. It says my top of the descent's supposed to be like right here. I don't think that's right. Let's find out though, because it might be. Will I ever get a 4K capture so we can watch in 1440? I need to upgrade. I need to get a bigger screen. I think I could capture in 4K, but I need a 4K screen. Dougal! Yes, sir. Those pylons on that Red Bull Air Race are solid, sir. It's not like real life where they're just like big balloons. They're solid, and collision does apply. So if you hit it, if you clip it, you're dead. Gotta play World Cup music because we're in Brazil. I don't have any. Thank you, Harsh. I had an issue with the stream yesterday, man. I had to switch my streaming from like YouTube Classic to YouTube Events, and I wasn't used to it, and I set it up wrong. So I got it figured out today, thankfully. So I think a lot of people didn't even get notification that I went live or anything like that. So it's all good. You live and you learn. Let's see, we are 26 minutes out. I do not believe that was our top of the descent, so we're gonna stay here for now. Runway we're expecting is 35 left. ILS Yankee. Tell me about your dreams, tell me everything, yeah. Stars me CPN 1 Bravo, which we should be on by now. Alan Fons, have I done any bush flight streams yet? VFR in this new sim is dope. I rec opening Google Maps and you can wiki POI as you pass them. Bruh, you have no idea. Alan Farms, you've missed so much, my friend. Go back to go back through my inventory of videos, and we've had so much bush fun on this sim, man. We flew in Africa, checking out the elephants last time we streamed actually. We flew in Argentina, probably still my favorite bush flight I've ever done in Argentina, and we flew out there in British Columbia out of what's Quantum River. A lot of fun, man. Definitely, this sim is so great with bush flying. It's so enjoyable. Like while all the airliners are still getting their updates and getting their fixes, for now we can do some bush flying, right? Am I gonna get the PS5 or Xbox or both? I'm staying on PC for now. That's my plan. Unless PS5 or Xbox convince me otherwise, which I doubt they can. I said this yesterday. Unless GTA 6 comes out as a PS5 or Xbox exclusive, I will not be getting either. I paid way too much for this PC to replace it with a $500 system. Fixing things for you. Hello, welcome to stream, man. Alonzo, what update? Yes, there was a significant update yesterday, my friend. Performance boost. Lots of system changes for the airliners and the GA planes. Not just airliners, but for GA and airliners. Aerodynamic changes. Weather changes. A long list of stuff. You need to go look at the list. I don't have the list in front of me. So lots of things updated. And it did improve some things, but it also broke a lot of things as well. And I think they've broken so much stuff that it's kind of hard to even notice some of the things that were fixed, because they're like, well, dang, it's broke. But I do have to say that the autopilot has so far, from the takeoff to climb portion and cruise of the flight, has been more smooth than before. GOP Slayer, good morning, my friend. Good to see you, bro. Enjoying this beautiful scenery over Brazil for our first leg. It was about 430 miles. Supposed to be an hour and 18 minutes from wheels up to wheels down. And then our second leg is only like 200 miles, so it's gonna be super quick hops. So once we get there, the majority of our flight is done. All right, so somebody did ask me earlier, and I told you if you stuck around, I was gonna answer this. Somebody asked me earlier, what other games do I play? And there's a long list. I still can't really say them all. I was gonna say the ones that come to my head. So obviously Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's X-Plane 11. I'll just go through the simulators first. How about that? There's iRacing, which is a racing simulator. There's F1 2020, which is almost a Formula 1 simulator. There's Assetto Corsa, which is also a racing game. Dirt Rally 2.0, that's a dirt racing simulator. Dirt rally racing simulator. Cooking simulator, I don't really play that. I just have it. I played a little bit, but I wouldn't say that I play it. I actually just picked up Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. The remastered version. I actually have been enjoying it. It's kind of cool. It's a nostalgic feeling. Let's see, what else? So Car Mechanic Simulator. That's something I've been playing a lot of lately. I've been really just in a car automotive mood lately. So I'm doing a lot of racing and doing a lot of Car Mechanic Simulator, building and restoring old cars and fixing them up. So it's been a lot of fun. Also play Forza Horizon 3, 4, 2, whichever number is the latest one. Yes, I agree, Alan Farms. So much potential in South America and Africa. It looks amazing. Just took off out of Houston to Aspen in a Citation. Same flight in a Learjet 45 a couple months ago. That's pretty cool, man. Ricardo, hello, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Air Nico, am I flying with other people? Yes, I just don't know where they are. They're here. I don't know where they are. Let's see, what other games do I play? I played a little bit of NBA 2K20. I'm not gonna get 2K21. I played Train Simulator, or Train Sim World 2020. It's actually a new version of that coming out today, so I might try that out. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I might try it. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. Also play Snow Runner, American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator. Let me think, what else? Star Citizen. I tried Elite and Dangerous. Didn't really like it as much as I wanted to. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. What else? Bullfighting Simulator. No, I have not played that. Is that real? Is that a thing? Should I try that? Should that be my next game? My next purchase? Obviously I play GTA. Not obviously, but I also play GTA 5 on PS4 and on PC for DOJ stuff. Or not DOJ, but like roleplay stuff. What other games do I play, man? I have a lot of games. Hold on, let me look through my library. My inventory. Let's see. Forza said that. DCS World, how did I miss that? DCS World, I love that game. It's still, in my opinion, the best flight simulator out right now. Even better than Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Hunter, Insurgency, Sandstorm, that's a first-person shooter. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, that's a first-person shooter, we know that. Hitman 2, I love that game. The Isle Squad, that's another realistic first-person shooter. I like mostly simulation and realistic type games, but some of the games I play are very unrealistic. You just gotta have some fun sometimes, right? What else? Beat Saber, that's a VR game. That's a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it, if you have a VR headset and you don't have Beat Saber, get it now. Buy it now. I don't need to say anything else about it. Just buy it now. I know you've probably seen the ad for Beat Saber. You've probably seen it pop up on your library saying, hey, you should buy this. Well, yes, you should actually buy it. Beat Saber is freaking amazing. It's a lot of fun for parties. If you have friends over who want to try out your VR headset, it doesn't get you sick. It doesn't get you dizzy. It's very new user friendly for sure. So yeah, anyways, that's the majority of the games that I play. I have a bunch more, but that's the majority of the ones that I have downloaded right now that I play. Will I ever play? I don't know what that says there, Nico. I can't see what this is. Yes, the physics in DCS are pretty good. Alan Farms, yes, Elite and Dangerous, but I uninstalled it already. Why does Flight Simulator use DirectX 12? I don't know. I couldn't answer that. Since live, we are 18 minutes out from our destination, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yes, Farming Simulator. I actually do own that. I don't have it installed, but I do own Farming Simulator. I played with like two of my friends a while back. They convinced me to get the game. I had fun. I actually did enjoy playing Farming Simulator for a few days, and then it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Takanova, Sherwood Minson. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. I hear you loud and clear. 5x5, my friend. Air Mechanic Sim, I did try that too. I think it's called Plane Mechanic Sim. Is there another one called Air Mechanic Sim now? Because I haven't got that one. I got Plane Mechanic Sim. I've been wanting a like a airplane version of Car Mechanic Simulator. I've been wanting something like that. Harsh, Janny, that would be ridiculous how much space you would need. Pull the legs of a tarantula simulator. Oh yeah, man, heck yeah. There's some funny simulators out there. All right, guys, let's get prepared for our descent now. So I'm pretty sure we're pretty darn close, if not already there, to descend into Sao Paulo. I'm gonna change our range here. We're only 20 minutes out. Let's change our altitude. Looking at, what's our first waypoint? I know Intit is our transition. At Osagi, we need to be at 21,000, which is actually correct. Don't trust the altitudes and speeds you see on the MCDU in Microsoft Flight Simulator because they are usually wrong. If you have charts, use the charts. Alright, we go to 21,000 first. That is our first altitude restriction. I'm going to hit the up, engage, manage altitude mode. And since it believes that we already passed our top of descent, it should actually start descending now slowly to reach Osagi at 21,000. 21,000, yeah. Which is still like 80, 70 miles away. So I don't even know that we need to descend, actually. I think we're good to go. Teach a parrot to swear simulator. Yeah, plane mechanics, sadly, I think it got discontinued too, Alan. I was following the development of that game. Yeah, let's not descend. How do I change my mind? Level off, please. Thank you. Let's push that top of the descent back. How about that? So I think that we're not supposed to descend yet. It's only like 10,000 feet, right? Ish. 10,000-ish feet. So we'll wait till we are, and I'm just kind of like eyeballing this. Yeah, I guess that could have worked. The problem is it was descending us down 4,000 feet per minute. There's no reason we need to descend 4,000 feet per minute if we have 70 miles to be at 21,000 feet and we're at 36,000. Like that, I don't even do math well, and I know that ain't the right math. Thank you, Since Live. See you later, man. Appreciate that, bro. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. So right now we're gonna level off, and we'll just wait a little bit until we do descend down to 21,000 feet. So I don't think it's time. David DeCala says, Train Sim is a ripoff worse than EA. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Train Sim should be way farther than it should. Like, there's a Train Simulator 2021 coming out tomorrow that looks like Train Sim 2008. And I've been following that series, and I don't really understand what they got going on in the office of the marketing and the plan of how that works. Yeah, I mean, apparently they release a game every year. And by releasing a game, they mean updating it with 3 new routes, and then they call it a new year. I'm like, come on, that's not a new game, that's an update. So I don't know. They should just name the game Train Simulator and just keep updating it every year instead of making a whole new game calling it 2020, 2021, when the game still looks like it was made in 2008, which it actually was. No graphic updates at all. Like, you put it on new. Anyways, I could ramble on about that, how I feel about that. I think the whole Train Simulator community people agree with that. So we'll see. We'll see. It's kind of, yeah. When I look back at the X-Plane, when I look at the Flight Simulator community and how things are progressing, you just kind of realize how amazing our Flight Sim community is whenever you kind of look at other communities and how they're doing things. I mean, even DCS, which is one of the best simulator, actually is, in my opinion, still the best flight simulator out there right now, still has a limited amount of mods and like community created mods and community created payware mods, right? If you look at Flight Simulator, there's hundreds, thousands even of freeware and payware mods out there for it, and very dedicated community. Rusky boy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. It has been a long time, man. Good to see you, man. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Welcome aboard, my friend. All right, let's go ahead and how we looking on our descent right now? Osaka, about 40 miles out. Let's go ahead and hit that descent right now. There we go. Yeah, I agree with that, David. I agree 100% with you, man. I agree 100% with you, man. I'm just recently getting into train simulators like a year ago and learning about how things are working in their community and how they're releasing, you know, how expensive it is to get all the train routes and add-ons that you want and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. I had my PC custom built, Roman. So it's a custom PC, but I had it built. I did not physically put it together myself. I did upgrade it myself. Like I got a new solid state drive, 2 terabyte solid state drive, and I think that's the only thing I've upgraded, like inside my tower. Yep, Grimlock, I agree with you, man. I agree. I agree. I mean, most train simulators don't even have multiplayer. I mean, think about that. In 2020, a game without multiplayer. Think about that. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's just, I feel like they're just way behind. Like they're making good strides, and especially the Train Sim World series, they're making good strides in making the games better. But I just feel like they're about 10 years behind of the features they should have in it. But honestly, I feel like the flight sim community can take some things from the train sim, and one of those things being, and somebody made this comment in one of my train simulator videos, is that in train simulator, the main thing about it is transporting passengers and cargo, right? Well, think about planes. The main thing about planes in the aviation world is about transporting passengers and cargo. The one thing that the flight sim community needs to bring over from the train sim community is actual passengers, like actually seeing passengers walking around the airports, seeing passengers sitting on the planes, seeing passengers board and deboard of planes, being able to physically move cargo off of a plane. You know what I mean? Like a lot of that stuff you can get in some of the add-ons, but it's just stuff that's obviously by default in the train sim that I feel like should come over to flight sim. Like it'd be really cool to land at, where are we going right now? Sao Paulo. And then, you know, open up the doors and actually see the passengers literally get out of the seat and walk into the airport and then disappear somewhere in the airport. You know, that'd be cool. And you also see the cargo going off of the side of the plane and leaving and actually going to a destination. And the same if you're doing a cargo flight, you know, loading up actual cargo, taking it to a specific place. You know what I mean? I think all that stuff would be pretty sick. But you know, every community, every simulator has the things it's missing, and I agree, it is a simulator. You're simulating the flying, not everything else. But you know, there's some people who are gifted and talented in making the simulator better, and there's some people who don't know how to make the simulator experience better, but they can do all the things surrounding the simulator better. You know what I mean? Remember, yes, it's a simulator first, but it's also a game. It is also a game. No, I don't know how to say your name. Noah Holes, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. Isaiah, hello, welcome to the stream, man. But I think that'll be cool. I don't think anybody in the flight sim community, no matter how hardcore simulator fan you are, would disagree with having some of those features added to it, right? It'd be just an addition. It'd be the icing on the cake. You know what I mean? Obviously, Microsoft and Asobo themselves, for the core game, to focus on making the simulator aspect of the game right. You know, get that right. You know what I mean? But allow us access in the SDK to add in some of these other cool ideas and features that we could possibly do. They should mix an airport sim with a flight sim. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be interesting. GOP Slayer says it's called GSX. Yes, we're waiting for GSX, man. Can't wait for GSX. What is the biggest improvement they've made for the A320? I played last night. It was buggy. Battery was buggy. Engine 1 didn't start. After engine 1 did start, stuck at 25 and 1. Anybody else? Yes. Who's that? Matt, I'm having the exact same problem. The workaround for me, if your N1 is stuck at 25 after it dies, is restart your sim first of all. Restart the session, and leave your master switch on. That's what I did to fix it. It doesn't work for everybody, but for some people like me, it did actually work. So whenever I start the engines up, instead of turning the APU completely off, I turn off the APU bleed and I leave on the APU master switch. And since then, I've been able to keep my engines running, as you can see now, for a full flight. Alright, Osage need to be at 21,000 feet per the arrival. After a soggy, we should expect a left turn over at CPN, which is Campinas. Wow, that didn't sound right. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna say it again because I'm not gonna pronounce it right. 16,000 is our next altitude restriction, at or above. From there we go to Utica, and we'll get our weather for Sao Paulo, Brazil. Weather right now is 180 at 11 knots. Cavic, and altimeter is 1016. Sorry, 140, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. Biggest improvement though, I would say performance-wise, like it does perform better in sim. Like I'm getting better frames with the A320 now. Other things they added, I had to look at the list to really be like specific, but they did. I feel that they made autopilot a bit smoother than it was. It's still a bit jerky. It's still a little more aggressive than it should be in certain cases. They fixed a few small things in there. A lot of under the hood improvements. Obviously nothing visual, but a lot of under the hood things they fixed in the systems. You just have to do a test flight, and so far this has been a smoother A320 flight I've had and since the past, I would say. Definitely smoother. Yes, Grimlock, I have played Elite and Dangerous. Not a huge fan of it, honestly. I like Star Citizen better personally. Captain Geo, hello, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you, man. Alright guys, I really can't hold it anymore. Wait, hold on a second. Geo, you still can't finish your download? That's ridiculous, bro. He tried to download the update yesterday. If it didn't work out for him, he ended up completely uninstalling Microsoft Flight Simulator, and now he still can't get it downloaded. That's crazy, bro. I'm not using On-Air Manager. I've used it before. I've actually been using On-Air since X-Plane 11, since before Microsoft came out. Matter of fact, I was using On-Air Manager during the beta of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I actually really enjoyed it. But later on, I did not because of reasons. The main reason for me was, what was my reason for leaving On-Air? I can't remember actually. Something really annoyed me about it. Oh, you know what it was? It was, I don't know if it changed, but at the time, I was trying to build an airline that flew airliners, right? Like A320s, 787s. But the way they do their job system, I didn't really like it. I don't really like the fact that you leave from one location and then you get a job going to, for example, Brasilia to Sao Paulo. My hub is Brasilia. I have an FBO in Brasilia. We're talking about On-Air here, guys. On-Air Manager. Now, there's a very little chance. It's like a 2% chance I'm gonna get a job going back to my hub. So I gotta fly a dead leg back to home, which, you know, in real life can be realistic, but, you know, I want to be able to fly to and from an airport without making 2 FBOs going both directions. So that ultimately became my biggest complaint with On-Air, was the fact that I could fly out to somewhere, make a decent amount of money, but I could never get back to where I started. Therefore, I could never really base an aircraft in a certain location. I had to always keep it moving somewhere else. That was my biggest and final thing that kind of pushed me over the edge, and I kind of stopped using it from there. I still have an account, but I have it frozen. All right, we're getting some freezes. Speaking of frozen, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if it's loading Sao Paulo. I don't know what's going on, but it's freezing up on me right now. As I was praising you for your performance boost, now you're doing the opposite. Air Nico just got off Amtrak. Nice, man. Pretty cool. Captain Gray School nearly finished. That's amazing, man. Alright, guys, we're about to level off at 16,000 feet. And coming up on CPN, we actually need to be at 16,000 at, yeah, right here. So we're good to go. Our next altitude restriction is going to be at Utica, at or above 10,000, and at or above 11,000. So go ahead and put that in. So far, it's doing a really good job flying this arrival. Actually, let's go up to 10,000. All right, 10,000 it is. And we'll set our altimeter for the local altimeter. Local altimeter is 1016 here in Sao Paulo. So it'll come out of standard. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, there we go. Nope. Yeah, okay, there we go. Nope, nope, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, 1016. We're at 16,000 feet, and it actually is VNAVing itself down, it seems. You can see it waited till we got to CPN, where the altitude restriction was at or above 16,000. Now that we're crossing over the CPN VOR, it is now going to descend to the next altitude restriction, which is below 11,000 and above 10,000, which surprisingly it does actually reflect here on the MCD. Again, don't trust this one. I'm using actual charts on my laptop over here to kind of monitor that. Alright, so I'm gonna do my bathroom break in between flights because I really gotta freaking pee. But I'm gonna hold it for you guys to finish the approach. Matthias, hello, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Matt. I'm glad I could help you, bro. I'll tell you, it took me 4 or 5 hours last night to figure out how to fix that dang engine. And it still ain't technically fixed. I just found a workaround for it. Am I going to try dual universe? I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. One thing I do want to try, something I'm looking forward to coming out here in I think it comes out this month or next month, is a Cyberpunk 20 something. I can't remember the year it says, but Cyberpunk, looking forward to that. And I am actually looking forward to Call of Duty Cold War. I'm looking forward to the the multiplayer and the story mode. So I may do another series on that, on story mode. I really enjoy doing a series on Modern Warfare. Sadly I wasn't able to finish that series. Really bugged me the heck out of me. I couldn't finish it, but I got a lot of it. I got about half of that done. Here comes Utica. After Utica, next altitude restriction is max 210 knots at or below 8,000 at Europa, which is where is that waypoint? It should be straight down here somewhere. So I'm gonna assume it's this. So basically after Utica, we'll descend down to 8,000 feet. And we'll turn the lights on. That's good enough. Airport elevation, very important here in Sao Paulo, is 2,631. Did I update our liveries? No, we have not updated our liveries since the updates and all the changes with the liveries. I haven't updated yet, so we need to work on that. Air Nico, what is an altimeter like? What does it mean? Let's see. How can I explain this? This right here is your altimeter. Right now it's in HPA. In the US, it goes by these. It's a different type of number. Either way, as you change it, look at my altitude right here, right? As I change it, it changes my altitude. So this is directly linked to your altitude. So what's happening is, depending on the weather and the pressure in the air, what the airplane detects. I'm probably gonna really explain this horribly. let me simple it down even more. It basically makes sure you're at the right altitude for the weather temperature or weather situation you're in. Let's descend, by the way, to 8,000. So standard is 2992, right? Standard baro or standard altimeter is 2992. But sometimes the weather, because of the weather, it'll be different. It'd be higher pressure or lower pressure. So you adjust it to make sure that your altitude is accurate. That's basically what it means. So whenever you fly to an airport, you want to always have the altimeter when you take off and when you land. Look at this view, guys. Oh my God. We'll be flying a left downwind into Sao Paulo here into the airport. What is the lowest you can set your altimeter? I actually don't know. I've actually never tried. So go as low as I can go. Airport should be actually off our nose. But no joy. By the way, I tend to say this term a lot. I don't think anybody actually knows what I mean. No joy. It's actually a fighter jet term. They use it in DCS world. And what it means is, if you say no joy, that means you just can't see it. It's like if I say, hey, there's an airplane off your nose at 2000, and if I reply to you saying no joy, that means I don't see it. Like no copy, I don't see it, right? That's what it means. But I use it a lot. I don't mean to. I happen to use it, and I'm like, y'all don't know what that means. Just like another fighter jet term is Winchester. If I say I'm Winchester, which I would never use in Microsoft Flight Simulator because there'd be no reason to, but if I'm flying DCS world and I say that I'm Winchester, that means that I have no more weapons or ammunition, so I'm probably gonna return to base or die. Thank you, Matt Klein. Way better explanation of what an altimeter is. I was like, how do I explain this? Alright guys, we're getting ready to land. Well, not yet, but in a little bit about to land. We're coming to the end of our arrival into Sao Paulo. Now, switching to the approach phase. We don't want to go any faster than 210 knots. Another bug I've noticed, guys, is once you go to autopilot managed speed or whatever, it switches to Mach, right? And you can't switch it back. Maybe I'm not doing it right, but it won't let me switch it back to not Mach. But thankfully it does pop up and tell me what I'm at. So we're gonna be Mach 0.37, which is actually 210 knots, which is the limitation on this arrival. Right, hopefully sassy. Hopefully the airport ain't bumpy like the other one. What is Fox 1? Fox 1, don't know. That's one thing I don't know. I always get my Foxes confused. Fox 1, Fox 2. One of them is a radar guided missile, and one of them is a heat signature guided missile. I don't remember which one is which, but that's what Fox 1 and Fox 2 means. One of them is radar, one of them is heat guided. So one of them will follow the airplane's radar, one of them will follow its heat signature. See you, Juno. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Static, what's up, man? Good to see you. It's so true, Static. It's so true, man. Now that I wouldn't say it's dying, but now that the hype train has left the station for Microsoft Flight Simulator, everybody who's left playing Microsoft Flight Simulator are the people who like really do actually appreciate it for what it really is and what it was really made for. And that's what I was expecting. Now that we're just about a day away from the 1 month anniversary of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now I do see a lot of people bouncing between like X-Plane, P3D, and Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I wouldn't, I would just say they're bouncing between what they enjoy, what they like, what they enjoy. All right, guys, look at Sao Paulo, Brazil. I love this city. I have a musician friend who lives out here in Sao Paulo. I think he still lives here. Yep, that's true. It happens with pretty much every big game. A lot of casuals will come and play it, come and stream it for a week or two, and then they'll go out, leave and do something else. Go back to Call of Duty Warzone or Fortnite or whatever it is they play usually. But I will say though, man, with the Microsoft Flight Simulator release, really set some people up like good. Like, you know what I mean? Like some people really had a really great opportunity on their hands when Microsoft Flight Simulator came out. As far as like exclusivity, like some people who got the game early, got to stream it early, like that's a huge deal for them. John Doe, bonjour mon ami, good to see you, my friend. I did say that, Bombos. I said it. I said give him a month. Give it a month. It doesn't matter how good a game is, give it a month. Well, that's not true. Some games, GTA, for example, that thing ain't never die. I mean, it's not what it was, but you know what I'm saying? All right, let's go ahead and finish this flight, guys. Our first leg. We still have one more to Rio de Janeiro. I'm gonna kill the music here, and we are gonna focus on landing the plane. Land the plane, guys. Land the plane. Again, real quick weather updates. Same. Nothing's changed. 180, 11 knots. Cavic. Temperature 24, sorry, temperature 24, dew point 17, and QNH 1016. We got that plugged in right there, 1016. We're gonna landing on 35 left, I believe. We'll double check, make sure our navigation is set to ILS 35 left, frequency 109.7. I would double check the chart, make sure that matches. It does. The chart says 109.7. We're on a left downwind. Speeds 210 knots per the arrival. We're at 8,000. I feel like we may be a little bit high. Yeah, a little high. Let's get it down to 5,000. And descend. Thank you very much. Lane lights are on. The view is beautiful. Check. Look at this, man. Airport should be off. Our tower was at 9 o'clock. It's actually more like 6 now, or 7. Should be over there somewhere. Yeah, there it is, right there. That's our airport. Wait, is that an? Oh wait, that's the freaking racetrack, guys. Oh my God. That's the Brazilian Grand Prix right there. It doesn't look that great because, you know, it's just ortho, blurry ortho, but that's pretty. I was not expecting to fly over that on our approach. We had a great race at this track. I think that's it. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. We had a great race at this track in our F1 2020 career as our finale for season 1. Definitely go back and check out that video if you're interested in F1, Formula 1 or racing. Had a really good race to finish out our first career season at Sao Paulo. But that's where it is. And in case you never knew where that track was at, there it is for the Brazilian Grand Prix. That's pretty cool. Yes, it auto-populates the ILS frequency for you in the A320. Ouch, sorry. As long as you have, like, if you choose a runway in here, like whenever you do the arrival portion, if you choose a runway, it'll automatically put it in there for you. It didn't actually descend us all the way. It descended us to 7,000. Not sure what that is. So we're just going to do vertical speed mode. See if it works. I think I gotta press down on this. Uh-oh, I think it froze. I've been having multiple freezes today. Thankfully it hasn't crashed, but it has been freezing on me. There we go. Alright, I think now it's working. So I had to click down on the engage select auto altitude, and then I had to go to, okay, I don't know if it's working. Yeah, I think it's working. Then I had to go over here. So we need to actually intercept the localizer at around 3,000, no, 4,200. We want to be on that final, like, that turn down here. We want to be there at 5,000. So we need to get down to 5,000. Like now, we need to be at 5,000 right now. Is the auto ILS navcom realistic in A320? I think it does do it automatically in real life too. Like I think once you set up your MCDU for a specific approach, I think it is actually supposed to set it up for you. I think. So I think that is actually realistic. It does it automatically. But I wouldn't really, you know, you might want to double check on that. 2,500. Oh, that doesn't sound good. My trees are working today. Man, I really gotta pee. So my Sim Toolkit Pro is actually linked to my Twitch. I haven't got it to link to, why is the nose up like that? I haven't gotten it linked. Let's go one notch flaps. I haven't gotten it linked to YouTube yet, so it only works on Twitch, sadly. But if you're watching on Twitch, you can you can predict what my landing rate will be, and it will choose a winner. Bruh, I told you to go. Okay, yeah, here we go. 210 knots, not 220 knots. Bring the speed down. And yep, yeah, I'm getting these, like, its performance is better, but like the trade-off is that I randomly, pretty frequently, just get like freezes up to like 5 seconds long. CoreT. Wait, no way, Static. 2 days ago, your PC overheated and blew the PSU? That's possible? Sparks were coming out of it. Now you gotta replace your CPU. That's crazy, bruh. I really didn't know it was possible to actually overheat your computer so much that it actually burned, like crashed and burned. That's good to know.
2,500.
Spring was pretty far out on this approach. I'm flying the entire thing. I mean, it's taking a scenic view right now. Press the speed Mach button. Yeah, I did. It's not working. That's something that's not working. You can see here, it registers that I changed it. Like the little pop-up says, hold on. It froze again. Okay, here's back. When I hover over it, it says switch to knots. Alright, I want to switch to knots. Click on it. Now it says switch to Mach. So it's like registering that it's doing it, but it's not actually drawing that it's what I asked for here. So I think that is another new bug. I'm not sure if it's new, but it's another bug that's I've noticed. Let's go ahead and put this on terrain radar, since we have lots of terrain around us. We're gonna hold 5,000 feet here. We probably could go a little faster. We're ready to land. Like we're set. We're configured. Alright, where are we now? That's crazy. The computer will set itself on fire. That is just crazy. Alright, so we're flying over. We're actually south of Sao Paulo right now. A place called Santos. Cubatao. That's what it's called. Cubatao. My Portuguese is really bad now, since I've been focusing on Spanish for the last 252 days. I have a 252-day streak on Duolingo. Pretty proud of that. That's the longest streak I've ever had. What's that over there? Alright, I gotcha. Yeah, man, I guess you have to kind of learn somehow, don't you, Static? Sounds good, Tino. I'm probably going to fly the Avianca. What I'll do is we'll land... That looks nice. We'll land here in Sao Paulo. I'll go back to the main menu, because I'm actually not going to program the FMC or MCDU for the second flight. We did it for the first flight, but for the second flight, to kind of go through the process a bit quicker, I am going to load it in a pre-made flight plan that I made earlier, and I'll switch to the Avianca livery. John Doe, you're learning Swedish with Duolingo. Pretty cool, man. Apparently, yeah, there's like some fun facts in there about Swedish learning. I don't remember what it says. But I'm trying to learn Spanish. I originally got Duolingo to learn Spanish. And then I switched to learning Portuguese because I was going to Brazil and Paris. No, yeah, Brazil, and I was also learning French. And I was like, you know what, I need to focus on one language. And then after I master that language, I'll go to the next one. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to focus on Spanish since my wife is Puerto Rican and all her family and the rest of our families speak Spanish. So focused on Spanish. My Spanish is better. I think the issue with my Spanish right now is the fact that I don't get to practice it much. I know that she, even though that, she speaks Spanish, she still speaks English, and we usually speak English to each other. And so since I don't really talk it much and speak it much, I don't really get to practice it, and I don't think I'm really retaining as much as I should. But I know a lot of words. I just forget them when it's time to use them. This is a nice little area right here. We got a mountain. I got like a lake on top of a mountain. That's pretty cool. How can you get my second flight plan? I knew I should have uploaded it somewhere. I didn't upload it though. It should be a basic flight plan. Just create a high altitude flight plan from Sao Paulo to Rio, Brazil, using high altitude airways, and you're gonna go up to 27,000 feet. That's gonna be our expected altitude of cruise. All right, let's go inside. We should be on a long final. I'm gonna hit the ILS button, and now it's detecting it. We're 14 miles out. That's not very far at all. Very nice. I'm actually gonna turn the brightness of this down. what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to slow down just yet. I am going to hit the approach mode. And it's going to go ahead and move to the left to get us aligned with that pink diamond there on the bottom of our PFD. And now the loc says green. That means it has picked up the localizer. We're not on the localizer yet, but it does recognize the localizer frequency. And then we're going to see the other pink diamond that's going to come from the right side. Once that gets to the middle, we'll start tracking the glide slope path for ILS 35 left. And we are 11 miles out. You can see there's that frequency down there again. 10 miles out now. So I'm gonna get slowed down. Go around 180 for now. Got my auto brake set to medium. The terrain radar will actually cut itself off, I think, around 500 feet AGL, which is about above ground level. And I honestly don't see the airport. Oh, I see it. It's right there. I added another notch of flaps. Sassy right behind me sounds good. Yeah, I am learning though. I am learning things with Duolingo. Scenery is awesome. It's amazing, man. Alright, watching our distance. You don't want to come in too fast. It gets slowed down. Let's go down to 150 now. We are 7 miles out. We'll drop the gear right around between 5 and 6 miles. There's a third notch of flaps. Man, I can barely move. I have to pee so bad. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually turn the rudder pedals. We're probably gonna land with no rudder because my bladder will not allow it. Oh boy. Today's setup, if you guys are interested in what we're using for my hardware, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see in the description all the hardware that I'm using and the hardware that I use for my sims. The Thrustmaster TCA side stick, as well as the Thrustmaster A10 HOTAS Warthog throttle, and the rudder pedals, which I'm trying to move my legs right now. You guys know what I'm talking about when you gotta pee so bad you can't move your legs. Alright, airport's off our nose. 4 miles. Wow, I know we're that close. Alright, gears dropping. I want to get a view of it. I think I missed it already. There we go. Oh my god, look at this scenery. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it. Muito boa. Yeah, that's Portuguese, baby. I remember something. I remember a little bit. Honestly, when I was in Brazil, I learned the most Portuguese. Even though I did like Duolingo the months leading up to it, I learned a whole lot more actually being in the country with people who only speak that language. Thank you very much for that subscription. Welcome to Blue Roy family, my friend. Sorry, I just barely missed your name. Alright, let's go ahead and take control. Disconnecting autopilot, disconnecting auto throttle. I now have the controls. Looks like a short runway from here, don't it? Coming in on 35 left. LATAM 116. Alright, a little fast and a little high. Man, these buildings are right here. This is such a cool approach. Actually, I do feel like I remember this being on the plane, coming in this low to the buildings. Is so cool. I don't really like the airport, like the inside. They don't even have free Wi-Fi, but I did like the landing.
300.
Gorgeous approach, guys. Gorgeous approach.
100. 650.
Coming in hot.
30. 20.
Retard.
Retard. 5.
Alright, big float. Not a lot of runway left. Full reverse. Nose is down. Rudder pedals. Using my toes. Not a bad landing. It was not bad. Manual braking now under 60 knots. And using all the runway, baby. That's how you do it right there. Alright. Disengaging auto throttle. We do have traffic behind us. Am I in reverse still? No, I'm not in reverse. Alright, let's go. Move. Parking brake is on. Why is the parking brake on? What do you mean, John Doe? These lucky people right underneath the path of the planes, man. I would love to be in one of those buildings as a A320 or 787 or whatever flies in here lands. That'd be so sick. Is there no gates at this airport? I know there are in real life, but I guess they didn't add them in. Travis Scotty, what's up, man? Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to Blu-ray family, my friend. Great to see you, man. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to do air stairs. A very short runway. I honestly did not expect. I don't know if this is. There's two airports out here. I'm not sure if I landed at the right one, but I'm happy with this one. That was a pretty cool approach. And yes, the ramp is a bit bumpy, so we'll just kind of pull over here anywhere, I guess, because there's no gates. Guess they'll just bring us some air stairs then. And then as soon as I park, guys, sadly there's no replay mode, so we can't watch a replay. But I'm gonna go hit the freaking lab because I gotta pee. I've been holding it since we took off. Yeah, you're right, John. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't personally mind the rattling of a you know, of an engine coming over my house at night. I can sleep through it. But I know some people out there who are light sleepers are not gonna enjoy that. All right. Engine's cutting off. APU has been running the entire flight, so we ain't gotta worry about that. Welcome to Sao Paulo, Brazil, my friends. Thanks for flying LATAM. Serviced by Blue Arrow. Love it. It's a really cool approach. Really cool approach. Really cool airport. Definitely need some scenery out here. This will be a super sick airport. Drew DuPont, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to Blu-ray family. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. But the FPS have absolutely improved. For me, particularly, because I could barely fly the Airbus before. Like, I was trying. Trust me, I was trying to fly the Airbus before, but I couldn't really fly too well on high to ultra settings. So now we're on ultra settings, ultra everything, and looking pretty good. This engine's pulling down there. So again, I know we're on multiplayer. What we're gonna do, we're gonna leave multiplayer. We're gonna leave and go back to the main menu to get ready for our second flight, because we're not even seeing, like, there's like a few of you guys who said you were flying with me, and I can't even see y'all. So I gotta find out what's up with that. By the way, our final landing rate was a -314. So yeah, it'll pass. I think it'll pass. You know, given the way that this plane lands in this game. So I'll take it. I'll take it any day. That's right. All right. So same airport. Let's see. Where is this? What is this? That's not the right airport. That's SBBR. So we just landed at this one. You know what? I think we did. We landed at, I think this is the airport that I actually went to, because I don't remember this one. So this is a small one, but I'll take that. I like this airport. It's pretty cool. So zoom in the details. And actually, before we do that, I'm going to load my flight plan. So load, saved, looking for SBSP to SBGL, Rio. There it is. It's a flight plan. Very short flight. 30 minutes, 198 nautical miles, up to 27,000 feet. Got a couple new friend requests. I'll say yes. And I'm going to zoom to details. 35 left for departure. Let's see, is this left? Okay, so we were over here somewhere. So we'll take this. Same spot we were in. I'll take ramp 12 for parking. Departure is the Perk 3 Echo. See if I can find that again. Okay, now it's gone. It wasn't Perk, I think it was Puker 3 Echo. I think that's what it was. Let me get that loaded on SimBrief as well. There's an alternate flight plan. That's gonna if you want an hour flight, you can go the detour route. All right, so we're landing runway 28. It says ILS 28 left whiskey. And Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And that's good to go. Davey, thank you so much for that subscription, my friend. Welcome to Blu-ray family. Glad to have you. Hopefully you're enjoying your stay, enjoying the ride. Appreciate you, man. All right, this is what our approach looks like. Oh, that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be real nice. That's gonna be real nice. All right, we're gonna switch up the livery. If you're interested in getting any of these liveries, I do have a link in the description of the YouTube video on where to get that. There's a massive Google Drive link in there to download every single one of these liveries from the Mega Pack. That's the one I'm using. All right, looking for Avianca for our second flight. There it is. I like Avianca. I've actually flown with them before. I don't know. What is Avianca's call sign, guys? Anybody knows what the call sign is? And hurry, because I really got to pee. Background music should be scrolling down the bottom of the screen. This song is called Skydive by Killride. Blue Crew, I'll tell you the FPS here in a little bit. It wasn't working earlier, I couldn't tell. But I'm getting like, probably I would say 50% better frames than I was getting before. I wouldn't say double, let's say 50% better frames than I was getting before the update. Alright, you guys are taking too long. I'm just gonna put AV, because I'm just gonna assume that AV is like what it is. Is it AVA? That sounds about right. AVA 116, let's go with that. Oops. Yes, there's a F18 conversion. Yes, there is. Probably won't see me streaming it, but it does exist. There it is right there. Thank you, Nolan. AVA. Thank you very much, my friend. All right, so I got it right. AVA. No failures, weight and balance. We don't need barely any fuel. We'll take like 40%. And that's good to go. All right, flight plan set. So again, it's kind of a brief here for you, those of you who are liking to join us. Taking off from Sierra Bravo Sierra Papa. Not Sierra Bravo Golf Romeo, not SBGR. That's like the main airport. We're taking off from the smaller one, the SBSP. And then this is a custom route that I got from SimBrief. 44 minutes is what it says, 237 miles to SBGL, 27,000 feet. Flight conditions, I have it set to live players. Air traffic is set to off. That's only for live traffic and AI. I should still be able to see actual people with that setting. And then I am on the USA East server. So hopefully with those things being set, we can see each other. Hopefully. So that's what my settings are. I'm actually going to turn off of it and go back to it just to make sure that it's working. And good to go. All right, I'm going to hit fly. I'm going to step away here for a couple minutes so I can finally hit the lab, because I got to go so bad, guys. You ain't got no idea. But while you're waiting, guys, listen to Blue Arrow Radio on FM 116.
I guess that when I get to it last, get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. I get to it out the runway. Different incomes, not one way. Living life on a one way. I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up way. Know my way, know my feng shui. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. Different summer, different car keys. I'm the life of the party. Might buy a bike like a Harley. Totally do so gnarly. God got me, can't harm me. I got armor and an army. Battle scars, battle smartly. Just forever like a Sharpie. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. 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 Never going. Posting pictures on the gram so other people know that we're more than friends. And ever since you came around, I've never been sober, always in my head. Met you at a time when I was so low. Went from just talking to taking you home. I don't wanna go back to who I used to be. So if you ever leave me, promise you won't let me down. Promise you won't let me. Promise you won't let me. Promise you won't let me.
Oh my god, I feel so much freaking better. Oh my god. Like I had to go so bad that I'm actually sore. Yeah, I'm not exaggerating at all. Like zero exaggeration, sir. None whatsoever. There's no exaggeration happening. Anyways, welcome back. It's your boy Blue, take two, for our second leg, flying the Avianca A320 Neo, the A320 Neo NX version, the improved A320 Neo. Emiliano, hello, welcome to the stream. You're trying to wait. What do you say? And you're trying to figure out AVL or VATSIM. Today's flights will not be on VATSIM or on those networks. I do have it working though. It actually was pretty easy to set up, thankfully. Speaking of setup, let's get the plane set up. Maybe tomorrow's first leg we'll do a VATSIM flight. The only issue is that I don't think we're gonna have ATC, so I might wait till we actually get some ATC to do a VATSIM flight. So I don't think we're gonna have ATC in Houston tomorrow. All right, cool. Hopefully I can see you guys. Let's see. Hopefully. World premiere. What does it mean to climb 500 AGL? That means 500 feet above ground level. MSL is mean sea level, which is, you know, sea level. But yeah, that's what that means. All right, battery 1 to on, battery 2 to on, external power to on, and we're gonna go ahead and get the APUs fired up now. Hit the master switch, and we'll hold on. Track IR needs to be adjusted. There we go, and also the nav. That's the IRS. Get those aligned. We're completely cold and dark once again. The good thing is that our APUs, not APU, our flight plan should all be put in. Is it somebody cutting grass? Yes, that is what that sound is. Okay. It's like, is that in the sim? Are they cutting grass in the sim? Like what? I mean, I know the grass is long, but I didn't think you had to cut it in sim. All right, let me get this set up, and I'll attend to you guys in chat here in just a bit. Man, I feel so much better. I was holding that for the entire flight. Sheesh. What up, Death Awaits. Hello, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. All right, fuel pumps coming on, and the flap should be open. It is the APU flap. Nav, we're gonna go to nav and logo light. Turn that on. Seatbelt sound. Turn those on. There are no jetways, so we won't even call one. Is there a command to guess ROD or just enter a number? What is ROD, ATM? I'm not sure what that means. Wayne Shang, I should try the A320 NX dev build. There are more features. I thought that's what I was using. Am I not using the A320 dev build? Is that not what this is? Is he out? He is like right outside the window. It's just role play and pretend that that's happening in the game. They're doing some maintenance. All right. So FMS or MCDU is set. We're just waiting for the APU, and we're gonna push back. We're not gonna waste any time. As soon as that baby says avail, we'll be ready to go. All right, what is the local altimeter? I think it was 1016 when we landed. Should still be that. Yes, the chimes are in for the update. Did it freeze? So if I do, we should be able to hear it. Let me turn the music down or off. All right, there we go. All right, so if I turn, yeah, the chimes are on for the seatbelt signs in the A320NX. All right, APU is on. APU bleed's coming on. External power is going off. Beacon lights are coming on. All the fuel pumps are on, and it looks like we have 2 more minutes on the IRS to align, so we'll wait for that. Mine's a stable version? Gotcha. I have this thing about dev builds and alpha beta versions of things, and I don't know. I just don't want to, like, it's already broken enough. I don't know that I trust to use the dev build. I mean, if you say that it's stable enough to use, I mean maybe I'll give it a try. Yes, this is the A320 NX version. Apparently it's a stable version, what you guys are telling me. Yeah, I don't see none of you guys. Are you anybody here? Hello? There's nobody at this airport. It's empty. No, it's only for the A320. It's I don't think anybody, well, not that I know of. I don't know if anybody's working on a free community upgraded version of like the 7.4 or the 83 or the 7.8. It'd be pretty cool if somebody did. It'd be kind of cool if there was like a freeware community who's making the A320 and another one who's working on the 7.8 and another one working on the 747. It'd be pretty sweet, right? Like having like 3 Zebos in game. That'd be amazing. Welcome back, Kiki. Where did I get the Avianca livery? You can the link's in the description. Yeah, links in the description. It's a Google Drive link, and there's a whole bunch of liveries in there. So just go in and dig out the Avianca one. All right, so let's see. I think we're ready. We're just waiting for the IRS, which I think just finished aligning. Yes, it did. All right, let's go ahead and call in the pushback truck. Ground services, Sao Paulo ground, and of course, it's gonna make me call for IFR clearance. Not surprised. Alright, so I just gotta go through that as a technicality, and then I can ask for pushback. So let me get my other things set up, like my sim toolkit for the second flight. So I'm still running the first flight. Hit complete. Flight planning. I agree. The commercial jet ain't a commercial jet without the chimes. I 100% agree with you. I'm still very surprised that we did not get that by default. Very surprised. All right, new call sign, Avianca 116. We're in A320. I'm just kind of following my flight plan right now with Sim, not SimBrief, but with Sim Toolkit Pro. Oh shoot. Hold on. Can I cancel that? Yes, the A320 was made to compete with the 737. So the guy is trying to push us back, but I have my brakes on. I'm trying to set up the SimBrief so I can have the correct and accurate data for this flight. It'll take me just a couple seconds. And over here, we'll go A320. Fly now. All right, and then let me get my charts again. Charts came in handy last flight, man. It was really helpful. I was really surprised as well as how well the plane actually followed the flight plan today. Hopefully it'll do that again. All right, so I'm gonna pull up my airport chart, my SID chart. Our SID today is the Perk 3 Echo. There it is. That's all I need for now. And 3-5 left should be off our right wing right now. So we'll go ahead and turn our parking brake off and allow him to push us back now that I'm ready. And push me back to the left, sir. Wayne, I'll try that out, man. I'm gonna go probably later today and enjoying the A320NX Discord so that I can be up to date on all the updates there. That's been one of the one of the biggest things I've been trying to figure out since Microsoft Flight Sim has come out. Is kind of like, you know, with X-Plane, you kind of knew where to go to get all your information. You know what I mean? You either went to like Threshold, and Threshold, you know, had all the updates about actual X-Plane stuff, like releases, and then you go to the X-Plane forums, basically for everything else. And then with Microsoft, it's kind of like everybody's scattered. It's like, all right, we're all trying to start something new. You know, there's the forums that you can find a lot of stuff on, but there's a lot of things on there, a lot of things that the forum doesn't have, or doesn't have a easy way of finding. And I'm personally not a huge fan of forums in general. I just don't like the way forums are organized. I feel like it's hard to find anything on a forum. All right, we're pushed back. I'll get the engine started. Starting with engine number 2. And parking brake should be on. It's off. All right, parking brake's on. Squawking Charlie. Flight plan's already in. And we check our VFR map to make sure. Yep, it is. And we'll go outside for engine start. All right, the right engine, that's what we're doing. Oh no, Sassy says his engine won't start. Oh no. Ashton Supreme, the 100th like. Thank you guys so much for that. That's amazing. That's freaking amazing. Scott, yes, type in !A320 NX in the chat. Matter of fact, I can do it for you. And Nightbot should reply with the link to the flybywiresim.com, or yeah, that link. And from there you can find the A320 NX mod, and I'm pretty sure they have a Discord link on there too. And yes, there's a engine glitch with the latest update causing the left engine to have issues turning on and staying on. That's actually a pretty horrible glitch. All right, we have one good engine, starting engine number 1. Hopefully our engine will turn on though. Hopefully. Yeah, there's supposed to be gates here. I'm looking at the chart and there's gates. So there's supposed to be gates at this airport for sure. I think we're facing in the right direction. Yeah, nope, we're supposed to go the other way. We'll bust up 180. Sammy, what's up, Brent? What's up, man? Good to see you, bruh. On lunch break and you found the stream. That's amazing, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Hopefully you're having a good day and enjoying some good lunch. I can't wait for my lunch. Well, I can. Once I finish this stream, it's gonna be my lunchtime to eat and and go about the rest of my day. Got work to do as well. Matter of fact, when I finish, it's Kiki. You typed that wrong. It's A320 NX, not A302 NX. But yeah, I got work to do. Work to do when we're done here. All right, looks like we actually did get a good start on the engine 1 and 2. We'll turn the APU bleed off. Do not turn off the master switch of the APU. The engine will die on you in just a few minutes. Nat Winger subscription. Thank you so much for that. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family, my friend. Good to see you. Glad to have you. All right, taxi. Lights on, runway turn off, lights on, and that's good. That's all we need right now. Seatbelt signs are already on. Still can't get that emergency light to turn on. That's okay. And flaps. Speed brake. Arm. Flaps down to 1. And park brake release. Tino, what up, man? Next period is 3 hours of gym. That sounds like fun. Gym was my favorite class. Matter of fact, I actually didn't have gym in high school because I did sports. So they substituted my gym for like practice for the sport that I was in, which was track and cross country. So yeah, I didn't actually get gym in high school. I got it in middle school though. I can make a 180. Tyler, finally done with the landing gear, except for the details. Bro, take your time, man. Take your time, do it right. I know it's gonna be great. And what I like just from our little conversations, I can really tell you're really enjoying the process as well of creating that add-on. So I think it's really important when you're able to actually enjoy what you're making. I think you can always see that in the end product as well. India Virtual Aviation, good to see you. Welcome to the stream, man. I'm doing pretty good, man. Can't complain. How are you, man? Have I ever played badminton? Yes, I've played it, not as like a professional or a organized sport, but I've, you know, I might have had a net here and there and kind of tried it, but yeah, I've never actually, you know, done it like for real. But yes, I've you know, messed around with it before. 104 likes. Oh snap! Matter of fact, guys, I think we're only a few subs away from what, 14,000, something like that. So you know, do what you gotta do. You guys are amazing though, either way. I appreciate y'all for coming out. For our second flight today from Sao Paulo, Brazil to Rio, Brazil. Rio's actually my favorite city. I like Sao Paulo a lot too, but Rio's my favorite. Actually, no, I don't even know. Yeah, Rio's definitely my favorite. I like Fortaleza. You probably don't even know what that is, but it's in northern Brazil. I also like Florianopolis, which sounds like a fake place, but it is a real place, Florianopolis. I met someone. I actually met this person in Brasilia, but yeah, they were from Florianopolis, and they showed me pictures of back home, and I was like, that's freaking amazing. I want to go there. So ever since then, I was like, I'm never going to forget that name of that place, and I want to go there someday. It says I'm not online. Yeah, something's going on then, because I did a flight earlier this morning with Raven, same settings, and he could see me perfectly fine. So I don't know what happened. I do apologize, guys, who were trying to fly on me that you can't see me and I can't see you either. It really sucks. I wanted to see you guys. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and roll on. Roll on, roll off. Lights on. Beacon lights, strobe lights, land lights. Come on. There we go. Avianca, sorry, no, Sao Paulo traffic. Avianca 116 taking off runway 35 left, departing to the northeast. Sao Paulo traffic. Alright. Short runway, so we're gonna go do a rolling start. That's true, Peter. I need to do a body cam with if I ever travel somewhere. Pretty dope. Yeah, I agree. All right, guys. Stereo cockpit passing 80 knots. And here comes 120. We're rotating at 120. Make sure we get rotation here because we have buildings right off our nose. And positive climb, gear up. That looked dope. That looked dope. Oh my god, this looks dope. Yeah, like again, ultra settings, and my frames are doing so much better than before. If I had done this exact same approach or departure a week ago, I will be complaining about how I'm getting 15 frames. I take a right turn, pull the lever back to lever climb. Still got it by hand. I forgot to hit the flight director. It's on now. I have the controls still. It's true, Captain Bombos. I give it all I got, man. I like this. I like this a lot. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. This will be a really good nighttime flight because of all this city surrounding it. Yeah, we gotta come back here at night. Or I gotta come back here at night. Whether or not y'all are with me, I don't know. I'm definitely coming back here at night. I still have the controls, even though I'm switching views, multitasking. I agree with you, John, though. They're going to keep improving the game, and not just the next few months, but they've promised to be improving the game the next few years. So, like, you know, again, like I said earlier in the stream, a year from now, I mean, if you think this is amazing now, I mean, imagine the things that, you know, imagine all the things that only partially work, like fully working eventually. You know what I mean? Just imagine that by itself. Don't even think about new features, right? Just think about the things that are here that partially work now. And if you just make all those things work fully, how much more amazing this game will be. Just think about that by itself. Yeah. Wow, I didn't realize Sao Paulo was such a big, freaking compact city of buildings, honestly. Like, I kind of knew that, but at the same time, I didn't. Still flying it by hand. City is sexy, ain't it? I need to go ahead and stop playing and turn that autopilot on so I can enjoy the view, but I'm just having a hard time letting go of the side stick right now. It's crazy because like it's like city has a few factories and stuff in here, and then it goes right into the mountains. John, do you pre-ordered the G2 Reverb, the Reverb G2? So you can't wait to play VR in this game. I'm not really looking to buy a new VR headset, but that sounds amazing. I do look forward to flying this in VR. I think with the performance improvements they're making, it makes VR a bit more believable now. Like, and when I say believable, I mean like the process of making this game in the VR more believable. Because when I first got my VR headset, which is the Oculus Rift, I got it and I was like, okay, I can't wait to play X-Plane with it, right? I couldn't wait to do X-Plane. And I tried it, and I had to turn my graphics settings all the way down like to low just to get my current system to work. You know, or not just to work, but to like to move smoothly. Because in VR, like if you're getting 25 frames, for example, on Microsoft Flight Simulator on just a 2D screen, it's not that bad. I mean, it's obviously you want to be 30, you want 60, but it's, you know, it's bearable sometimes. But in VR, those low frames really hurt your eyes and give you a headache, and that's why it's super important to get that performance in VR, because it costs you more than just, oh, it looks like crap. Like, no, it actually physically hurts you if the frames are bad in VR. Like, you'll have a headache, you might get motion sick. Like, it's not fun. Trust me, I've been through it. So whenever X-Plane came out with Vulkan, it made VR so much more fun, so much more compatible, so much better, so much more optimized. So now I can run not like, you know, super high settings, but I can run a lot higher settings in VR and enjoy it in the planes that I like to fly with the add-ons that I have. So, I mean, I don't know that Microsoft is ready. I don't know if the performance is good enough yet. for VR to work. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see whenever that comes out. Again, I don't have the G2 reverb, so I don't know what features that brings by itself. Let's turn the autopilot on now. All right, autopilot's on, and auto throttle's on. Auto throttle's on. We're only going to 27,000 feet. Very, very short flight. But yeah, I am looking forward to it though, because I feel like one of the best ways to enjoy scenery like this as we're getting a freeze up right now is to do it in VR. VR and helicopters. So we need helicopters with that too. All right, 27,000 feet plugged in, and we're climbing past 10,000. So land lights off. Oops. Yeah, that looks good. And turn on wing lights off. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. Let's go outside. That's a sexy plane too. I like the Avianca livery. I think it's a good looking livery, especially the Neo. I'm not sure if I've ever seen the Neo. Your go-to game for the Oculus Rift is Elite and Dangerous. That's actually the reason I bought it in the first place, was to play it in VR. And then I played it outside of VR, which probably was my mistake. I probably should have played it in VR first. But I played it in 2D and I was like, this looks like, I don't know. I don't know. I came from Star Citizen. And if you are familiar with Star Citizen and another freeze, wow, another one. That's like another one in the last 2 minutes. You know that Star Citizen looks amazing. Like, it's probably one of the prettiest, most beautiful games I've ever played in my life. And so to come from Star Citizen and how good that looks to go to Elite and Dangerous and how not great that looks, I was like, I don't know. But my go-to game for VR is still racing, iRacing. It performs great. I have my settings turned up pretty high, and it really, it really changes the driving experience. It really makes you feel like you're there, like you're on the track. Adam says the 3080 can only get 45 FPS in 4K on Microsoft Flight Simulator, so you don't think the VR will be ready for a while. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. But I'm wondering, because I heard that news as well, like yesterday before the update. So I'm wondering, if you have a 3080 and you're running a 4K, what kind of frames can you get now after the update with that spec? And yeah, I agree. I think the sim does need more optimization, because it's like the best graphic cards out right now can't even get 60 frames per second. So it definitely needs more optimization. I think that this update was a huge step forward in optimization. So hopefully, in the coming updates they'll continue to optimize it. And I'm getting another freeze up. Man, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting more freezes up in this flight than the first flight. Just on departure out of Sao Paulo. But yeah, as long as they keep updating it, each update making it better, optimizing it better. I'm not sure. Hopefully we don't lose quality, in gameplay and other things. But as long as they keep updating and making it better, we'll be VR ready. Hopefully we can start getting better frames on the better graphic cards. Sometimes I wonder, because I'm not really in the market to get a new graphic card. I have a 1080 Ti, which I think is decent, right? It's pretty good. It runs pretty much everything well. But I'm like, if I were to upgrade, like, how much would I gain, right? If I were to upgrade to a 2080 or a 3080, whatever the numbers are, how much would I gain in frames and performance, and not only just Microsoft, but in all the games all around? So I'm not really in the market to get one right now. I'm probably gonna wait another year or two, honestly, before I upgrade my graphics card, unless I absolutely need to, unless it crashes and burns on me, or obviously unless somebody gives me one for some crazy reason. But yeah, I'm not really looking to get one right now. Wow, you need 90 frames or it throws you off. Gotcha. Gamer Boat, hello man, welcome to the stream. MC, what happened to the yoke sensitivities? Yeah, I did actually hear about that too, man. They got rid of it or something like that. I haven't actually messed with it myself. But I did see, I was kind of looking through the forum the other day, and I saw that people were having noticed that the sensitivity button is gone. So I'm wondering if they moved it, or what happened. So that's not okay. I know, right? Stainless Star Citizen is going to be the best game ever when it drops in 2049. Because that's how long it's going to take them to come out of alpha, out of early access, or whatever they call it. Alright, so Mr. Music, you can't get the new GPU. You got to get a whole new PC to get a new GPU. Understood. Understood. Alright, let's take a look at our flights, because again, it's a very short one. Oh god, we're like 6 minutes away apparently. Have I been talking that long already? Nah. Yeah, it says we're like 7 minutes away. Let's get our charts ready, guys. It's time to land again. I told you it was a short flight, like 200 miles, less than 200 miles. What the heck was the name of our arrival? I completely forgot. Do we have one? We don't have an arrival. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. Alright, so what are we landing on? Runway 15. Is that what I said earlier? Man, the scenery between Sao Paulo and Rio is very nice. Very nice indeed. 2.8. Huh? Where'd I get 15 from? Okay, well we got 2.8. That's what we're landing at then. I think that's the runway we land on in the landing challenge, if I remember correctly. Alright, so since we're landing on runway 28 with the ILS, was it Yankee? Whiskey? Yankee? One of those? Localized is going to be 111.5. So let's go ahead and double check on that. 111.5, that's plugged in automatically. We are going to want to be at 3,000. So let's take a look. Let's go ahead and zoom this baby out. Yeah. I like how it says our top of climb is like right here, and our top of descent is like, actually no, it shows that our top of descent is before our top of climb. That's hilarious. So how about we just chill here then, computer? Muchas gracias. Muito obrigado. Let's start speaking in Portuguese, since we are in Brazil. Muito obrigado. Alright, stay there. Level off. That's so true, Peter. The scenery is great, yet you spend a decent amount of time turning dials. And that's why I do a lot of VFR flying. Because I believe very strongly in that statement you just mentioned right there. As we all beg for amazing scenery, we all download all this ortho scenery for X-Plane, and then we end up turning dials for the entire 2 hours long flight and never actually get to see it. Or we fly over a bunch of clouds and don't get to see the scenery. So that's why I feel like VFR flights are so much fun and so much fun to do, because you're not head down doing an IFR looking at dials and, you know, switching frequencies and stuff like that. Like, you're more focused on actual, like, what's around you. So yeah, I agree with you, man. But the thing is, with the short flights like these, if you're doing IFR in an airliner, you are going to spend honestly more time with your head down, turning dials, programming FM, you know, approaches, and doing that stuff like that, rather than actually enjoying what's beneath you. Honestly, I think I like this livery more than the LATAM one. We should have started with this livery. Look at that. That is sexy, man, man, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright, so head back down. Alright, so it's tripping out. It didn't like the fact that I tried to level us off, and now it doesn't. Yeah, so how about we just go ahead and start our descent? We're gonna want to get down to 3,200. I can't even see this FMC because of the glare. It's saying 26,000, so you know, I guess we'll yeah, that's about right. So I'll let the plane attempt to descend us with this information, and we'll just kind of monitor it because it does actually match. It does match what my charts say. But we need to watch out for terrain coming in the Rio because there's a lot of terrain surrounding the city. I'll turn our terrain radar on. Who is that? Static. He says, I wonder if Laminar Research will launch another X-Plane within the next 5 years, since most people left X-Plane or are soon leaving when they get new PCs. What up, Jacob? Good to see you, man. Yes, there are new liveries. To answer your question, I mean, not like an official answer, but my assumption on that is yes, I did read somewhere that Austin kind of teased the fact that X-Plane is working on something. When that's going to come out, we don't know, but we do know that they are working on something. If you haven't noticed, they have been pretty quiet besides the mobile crew, which, I mean, I personally haven't been paying too much attention to the mobile stuff for X-Plane, so I haven't been a fan of the X-Plane mobile, but I know they're working on something. Could it be X-Plane 12? Could it be just another update? I don't know. Don't know. Whatever it is, I guarantee it will absolutely compete with this. It will have to. It will have to. So, we'll see. It'll definitely be within 5 years. I would say in the next year to 2 years, it will have to be out. Nick, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. What up, bruh? Yes, I'm in live players, not all players. You saying that's the reason you can't see me? I have not deleted X-Plane, but I have not opened it since Microsoft Flight Simulator went to its release version. I feel kind of bad saying that because I do support X-Plane, right? I still think it's a great sim. But no, I have not opened X-Plane 11, and I have not even updated X-Plane 11 since I've downloaded the release version of this. So, El Bapino, what up, my friend? From the France, bringing the wines and the cheese. Bonjour, ça va, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Nato, Gabriel. What was I gonna say to you? Freaking bom dia, bem-vindo, Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Mucho, muta. Wait, that's French. Hold on, I'm getting all mixed up now. Anyways, hello, welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you. I don't understand what you just said. I'm sorry. My Portuguese is bad, very bad. So sorry, I couldn't understand what you said. But welcome to the stream, man. No problem, Maddie. No problem, Maddie. All right, we're looking good, guys. We are only 80 miles away from our destination, our final destination for today's live stream, Rio de Janeiro. It says, okay, actually now it says 16 minutes away, so I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe anymore. What I will do is I will turn our altitude down. To I think let's do 5,000, and I want to test something out. Boa tarde, thank you, my friend. Muito obrigado, my friend. Welcome to the stream. I'm putting down to 5,000 feet, and I want to see something because I'm not gonna actually hit the select managed altitude. I want to see if it does it on its own, or if I have to actually click the button. I'm not sure. We'll see. Since we're not going that far, or that high, or that, you know, we'll just try it out, see what happens. Frenchmen with the baguettes, that's all they eat. When I was in France, I ate some pretty good food over there. Their breakfasts were very healthy. I didn't like that. I didn't like how healthy the breakfast was in France. And in America, we mix it up. It's pretty diverse. You get all types of food. You get Mexican food, a little bit of French food, you get a little bit of everything from every country. And they freaking fatten you up, fill you up real nice. In France, they gave me a freaking bagel and a piece of bread, and I was like, really? That's all I eat for breakfast? It was a hotel. Alright guys, approaching Rio de Janeiro. We're about 15 minutes from the airport, but you can still see the surrounding scenery and it's looking very, very nice. Gustoso. Yeah, that's true. Yesterday I was in all players. No, not descending yet. Flights, the full flight is like 30 minutes. What was up, what was down? Do I speak any other languages or have attempted to converse with other nations? Yes. That's the answer. Yes to both of those. I'm learning Spanish. I'm trying to speak Spanish fluently. That's what I'm actually working on learning. I just need practice. Is that an airport? That is an airport. What airport is that? It looks like a really fun airport to land at. But I've learned like little pieces of French and Portuguese. Well, little pieces of French and quite a lot of Portuguese. Because when I went to Brazil, like I said, I went to Brazil like 3-4 times, I think now. And I needed to communicate with people. So I learned a lot of Portuguese from there. And then when I was in Canada, I was in Montreal, Canada, which they speak a lot of French there. I learned a small amount of French. And then after that, I went to Paris and had to practice that little bit of French that I learned, which is a little bit different because they speak French a little bit differently in Paris than they do in Montreal. But that's how I kind of know some of those things. But I didn't get fluent in French or in Portuguese. I was pretty close to getting fluent in Portuguese. And now I'm just focusing on Spanish. Yo, Bapino, what do I think about the new patch? I think that they fixed a lot of things and broke a lot more things. That's what I think. I think my favorite thing is the performance increase that I've been getting. I'm getting way better frames, way better performance in airliners. I haven't really tested the GA stuff yet. They improved some of the systems and autopilot features, which have been working a little bit better, I'll say. But there's still some things that are broken. Some major things like the left engine. There's a big bug with the left engine right now where it won't start or stay on in a lot of cases. So yeah, they fixed a lot of things, broke a lot of things. Definitely an upgrade, but also again, they broke a lot of stuff. So it's kind of hard to say if I love it because I like it because they fixed stuff, but then I don't like it because they broke stuff. So it just kind of shows how complex it is for these systems, you know what I mean? But it's definitely a step forward, and I think they're moving in the right-ish direction. Let's go ahead and descend because it didn't do it on its own. So hit engage, manage altitude. Is probably gonna drop us like 4,000 feet per minute. Let's watch. Because that, you know, yeah. Thank you, Natal. I appreciate that, man. Muito obrigado again, my friend. Thank you very much, Natal, Gabriel. Yes, we're Avianca now. We took off. Our first flight was with LATAM, and this flight is with Avianca Airlines. Speak Spanish? Habla español. There you go. Mr. Music, you got an email that Train Simulator 2021 is out now. Well, I will honestly, even though I talked kind of bad about that game, I don't feel bad about it at all. But I did talk kind of bad about the game. I'm still gonna get it because I need to know. I need to know if it's true, the things that I assumed. So I'm gonna be getting it. I guess after the stream is over, I'll be picking up Train Simulator 2021, trying it out and seeing and comparing it to Train Sim World 20 or Train Sim World 2 because I still prefer that. So we'll have to see. But thank you for the update, Mr. Music for All. Yeah, French from Quebec and Europe is very different, yeah, for sure, especially the accents. Flight Simulator 4723, yo, hello, what's up with C, man? Do I feel it more stable than before? Yes, El Bapino, I feel the performance and the autopilot is more stable than before. I would still watch it though, watch it real close because there's still some things that don't work just like before. Like, don't put your trust in the autopilot like we're used to, like with X-Plane. Well, honestly, in X-Plane, we didn't trust autopilot either. Let's be honest, we didn't trust autopilot in X-Plane either, but it worked a whole lot better. It was a lot more predictable. Now it's getting better. It's a step up. Like I said, if you looked at the change log for the latest patch, you see they really did actually focus on a lot of the things that we were complaining about in the systems for all the aircraft all around. So it's just the first step. I'm pretty sure we'll see the same list to maybe even longer for the next update. I think I actually see our airport. I do. See that little lake right there? Well, it's not a lake, it's actually a little bay. Our airport should be right there. Will I try out Star Wars Squadron? Probably not, honestly. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, and I don't think this particular game they're coming out with would really reach me either, so probably not, man. After 2 years of learning Spanish and French, you're joining a French Discord. Huh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Tino Star, I wish I knew what that meant, but I don't. I don't. But I think one of the things with me, man, is I love different languages. I really do. Like, I love hearing people talk in different languages. Spanish, French. Like, well, I remember one time going to an event. Back when we did that, right? Back when events were a thing. And I remember going to an event and being with a group of people, and you know, one group of people were all talking in French, right? But they were black. And there was other group of people talking in Portuguese, and there's other group of people talking in Spanish. But then the same people all also spoke English, right? It's just, I was like, man, I want to be able to interact and communicate with all these different groups of people. And speak French. It's just something I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be that person who could speak multiple languages. And so it's harder. It's hard to become that when you're trying to learn it. It's tough. I think the best way to learn. Okay, no, not that I think. I know the best way to learn a language is to go and be around people who speak that language all the time. Like be freaking engulfed in that community of people, right? So like, again, when I was learning Portuguese and I went to Brazil, you know, a lot of people in Brazil, they don't speak English. Like, they just don't. Like, some of them do, but a lot of them don't. They just don't speak any at all. Like, they'll come up and greet you and like, hey, they'll talk to you in Portuguese. Same thing happens in Puerto Rico. They'll come to you talking in their local language, not thinking at all that you might not speak their language, right? They just assume because you're in their country. Just like if you were here in the US and somebody came up to you, you know, you would talk to them in English by default. Because you just assume, hey, you're here, you speak English most likely. So, but anyways, it's just funny. But I want to be able to actually, you know, reply, communicate, understand, all that stuff like that. Anyone ever buy a squash soap yet? Nope, I haven't. That's true too. Learning new languages, you also learn a lot about the actual culture that language is from as well too. Geo, sounds good, man. I'll probably stop by your stream when I'm done here, bro. So enjoy your stream, and hopefully you got Microsoft Flight Simulator done. I assume if you haven't gotten that downloaded, you're probably gonna stream American Truck Simulator. But either way, I'll come by to support you, bro. But good, man. Sounds good. Je parle un petit peu de France. I speak a little French. Okay, that's what that means. Yes, David DeCallo, the A320NX is a free mod that you add to your community folder, so you don't have to like adjust or change any of your core files. It's literally a folder you put into your community folder, and it just modifies the plane. It makes some of the systems that didn't work before work. It makes some of the screens that didn't work before work. Some of the sounds that you didn't hear before work. So it's actually very user friendly. You literally drag and drop it into your community folder, and that is it. No special crazy crap you gotta go through. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes, I do plan on streaming tomorrow. Same time, same place. When will I descend? We've been descending, bro. We're about to land. Alright, beautiful people. Welcome to Rio de Janeiro. Let's see if we can find a Christ Redeemer statue. I think it's actually way over there. I don't think we're gonna see it. Yes, Allen Farms. I've been using the FT Sim sound mod, as well as there's another one by some other guy. I can't remember his name. But I actually uninstalled them today before the stream because I was having trouble getting them installed, where I was getting no sound at all. So I got to figure that out. It was working yesterday, and then I tried to update it and I broke it. So, and then I broke all the sounds in the A320. So I have to go back to default, like complete default. So no, right now I'm not running any sound packs, but I did have the FT Sim one. Vector, hello from India, bro. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you, bro. All right, there's our airport right there off our right. We are at 7,000. The airplane's actually doing a pretty good job descending us. I'm gonna change our altitude to 3,200. That'll be our final altitude before we reach our localizer intercept. Wow, that's pretty good, Grimlock. That's one of the main things I didn't like about Elite and Dangerous, was that you could not get out of this ship. I could get past the graphics and some of the other stuff that I didn't like about Elite and Dangerous. The main thing I didn't like, coming as a Star Citizen person, was the fact that I could not leave my ship and walk around the planets and things like that. It's one of my favorite things that I like to do about Star Citizen, is being able to get out of my spaceship, like take off out of the space station, get in my, get out of my ship, float in the middle of space, out of the middle of nowhere, literally nowhere, 0G it, or land on a desolate planet and land there and just shoot my gun off, or ride a doom buggy. That's my favorite things about Star Citizen, and none of that was in Elite and Dangerous. I was like, yeah, this is not for me. All right, speed's coming back. We are slow enough for flaps 1. Rio de Janeiro traffic, Avianca 116 on right base, midfield runway 35, 28, 26, one of those. You figure it out. Was my game lagging a lot before the update? Yes, yes it was. Especially in airliners. In GA, not too bad, but in airliners, it was really bad. It was horrible. Actually, there it is right there. I think that is where the Crash Redeemer statue is right there. That little peak. We're too far, actually, for it to see it, but it's out there. Alright, so I'm trying to remember what runway we land on in the landing challenge, because I want to use that runway. I actually like that runway a lot. I think it's the one over there. What runway is that? think that's 3-3 over there. Does that sound familiar? Is that 3-3 for the landing challenge, guys? You guys know? That's true. It's possible that the update might have broke the mod. It's for the sound pack. It's possible. The weird thing is that I thought I got an update email like today about it, so that I assumed that it was up to date. But you know, do I ever use in-game ATC? No, not anymore. I used it back during the beta period of an alpha period of Microsoft, because I was hoping that they would make it better. But now that it's out and it's not better, I don't use it anymore. I just turn it off, as you can tell. You don't even hear them talking anymore. If I use ATC, it'll be VATSIM or Pilotage to have real people talking to me. Alright, looking good. 3,500 right there. Spot on, baby. It's been a good flight today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been enjoying it. Clear skies all the way, so no fun clouds, but you know, it's all good. We'll have our day. We get some storms. I am getting quite a bit of stutters though right now. I'm getting a couple, not stutters, but freezes. Like I replace the stutters with freezes now. It just freezes up every once in a while. I think it's loading in some scenery out in the distance somewhere. There was an ATC update. There was actually. You're right. There was an ATC update in the change log, but I didn't care enough to actually try it. What did they change? Is it worth me turning my ATC back on, or is it basically the same thing? Like I would say I like the in-game ATC equally to like X-Plane default ATC, right? I'm not, and nobody uses. I don't think I know anybody who uses the X-Plane default ATC. All right, we're making a right turn here. In just a second. The voices changed? Okay, so it's just different voices yelling at you for their entire flight. I always had problem. For me, the ATC actually worked pretty. I mean, I know I don't like using it, but the ATC, actually, this is a freaking screenshot right here. I'm trying to talk and I'm just, oh my god, look at that. I was trying to say before I got distracted. The ATC is it's not that bad, I guess. It's not horrible. It's just my issue was like my issue was descending. It would never descend me. Like I would get up to climb, it would climb me up super slow. Like, all right, climb to 10,000. Okay, I'm at 10,000. Okay, now I climb to 12,000. And it take you like forever to get to your cruise level. So that's one thing I don't like about the ATC. The second thing was that whenever I got to my cruise level, I was with the center controller that they gave me, and it would be time for me to reach my top of descent, and they would just never tell me to descend, and I would just never, I'll be like 36,000 feet above the airport, and they're like, all right, contact tower. I'm like, what do you mean contact tower? I can't land now. So yeah, that was annoying. I'm running 1080 right now. My screen is only 1080, so that's as high as I can go. Like my actual computer screen, it's actually it's 1080. I don't have a 1440 screen. Yeah, Grim Black, I agree. It's a very fun flight today. All right, guys, we're turning final, and the plane is doing it all for us. Don't you love it when it comes together like that? I was thinking about going over there and landing this way, because I like this approach coming from that end. I believe this is the approach that the landing challenge does. I remember that angle, but we'll do this one. It's fine. Do I ever use any offline ATC add-ons? Like for X-Plane? No, I didn't. Actually, no. I think I used ATC on X-Plane for a little bit, but it didn't work out. Oh shoot! Approach mode. It didn't work out too well for me either. All right, let's take control of the speed and kill the music, guys. We are landing. Alright, how far are we? We are 10 miles out. Bring it down like 170. The aircraft is trying to catch up with the glide slope. We actually flew over it. When we turned that base, when we turned that base to final, we were actually right on the localizer already. So we kind of missed our capture point. And there's our airport right there. I do remember doing this approach on a while back. I don't know if you guys ever saw the video I made. I did a long haul flight in the 767 All-Star Alliance from Houston to Rio, and I landed on this runway. But it was on an X-plane, so it wasn't as beautiful. It was a good flight though, great flight. Alright guys, finally here, our final stop for today. Alan, let me answer that question once we land. Just don't forget to ask me. I do have an answer for it. I do have an answer for it. Just I will forget though. I'm just letting you know I'm gonna forget. So remind me after we touch down. Alright, auto brakes to medium. Speed brakes to that. We'll add some more flaps. We should be close enough for the gear. Gear's coming down. Beautiful. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, that's the view I'm looking for. I'm like, it's not the view. Not the view I want. If you guys noticed this time, maybe because we never actually got to Mach altitude, but our speed dial is looking good. It actually worked this time. Alright, so we're still on the ILS. I do not have control yet. Double checking everything else is programmed. We'll land it by hand again. I see 2 white. I actually see 3 white. So I see 1 white, 3 red. 500. The terrain radar is going to cut itself off, and I'm going to shut off the I'm going to shut off the autopilot and auto throttle. And here we come. I have the controls. I have the plane. Send in your predictions now. A little too hard there. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was perfect. Almost perfect. Not perfect, but almost perfect. Straight to the exit we go. There's 60 knots. Manual braking. Reverse thrust deactivated. Welcome to Rio. Where's the terminal? I'm lost. I need a chart. We're just gonna hold short here after the bars. Aviator Dan, what up, bro? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Gear will collapse. Oh, you wishing there's horrible things on me. Alright, so we landed on wait a second. Hold on, wait a second. Is this the right airport? Why does this chart look different? What runway did we land on back there? That's runway 28. 28. Is that what it says? Okay, cool. I was like, wait, 26? All right, cool. That's the one. All right, so that means the taxiway should be off of Lima 1. We need to go off of Mike to Lima 1. Okay, got it. I was like, oh no, we landed the wrong dang airport. There was actually a little bit of a crosswind. It wasn't very strong. It wasn't very strong at all, because I would have definitely felt it. All right, flaps up. And I'm gonna turn off the land lights. And leave on. I'm gonna turn on the runway turn-offs and the taxi lights. Turn off the strobes. Wing lights are already off. APU bleeds coming off for the APU. And I'll meet you guys at the gate. Very nice. Very nice. So our landing rate that time, guys, I think was like a 157. Yeah, I'll take that. Our first one was like a 300 something. So, huge upgrade for sure. So it's crazy. We actually can't even see the terminal because the trees are blocking it. The terminal's on the other side of those trees. Hey, every day. Thank you, Aviator Dan, for that super chat donation, my friend. Appreciate that much. Appreciate that very much. That's for repairs. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, bro. You know, I don't think I need it today, but I will need that repair cost for the next flight, most likely. You guys know how it is. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We thought we were going to Brazil. We ended up in Bermuda. Not sure how the pilot got that mixed up. My game is actually not lagging. If you're getting lag, it either is from like buffering or something else, because my game is smooth right now. Yes, Alan, FS Dream Team is bringing GSX to Microsoft Flight Simulators. So, not Flight, Microsoft Flight Simulator. When that will be, I don't know. I honestly kind of thought it would have been out by now, but it's not yet. So, looking forward to that. Best believe that's going to be a day one purchase for sure. Something that's Microsoft is definitely needing is that some updated ground handling units and things, because it's very bad right now. It's not good. It's not good. It's better than X-Plane, but it's still very bad. I mean, we're used to, like, you know, ground handling deluxe and some of the other add-ons we've had on X-Plane. Even better pushback. I mean, if we could just get better pushback by itself, please, better pushback, make an add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator and make it free. That would be amazing. David DiCarlo, GSX is, I think it's ground service. I'm not sure what the X means. Maybe like deluxe, but it's just ground services. So basically all the ground service vehicles and a bunch of other stuff. I've never actually had it because it's not an X-Plane product. I think they're coming from the P3D world. So I don't know much about it except for the screenshots and the articles that I've read, but I'm looking forward to it because I know that it's going to be a huge benefit. So it looks like that taxiway I was looking for is not here. Oh, so I think we have to cross a bridge. Yeah, Maddie, I was was that this morning? Yeah, this morning I was attempting to do a flight to. Oh wow, look at that! It actually goes underneath. Oh, okay, only some way. It kind of fakes it and then it just ramps back up. Okay, gotcha. Hey, that's a good job of faking it. There's Rio. But yeah, I did a flight this morning from Fortaleza, Brazil to Brasilia, the capital, which is actually where we started today. And I didn't get to finish it. I was testing out my sound pack that I had downloaded and it wasn't working. So I'm kind of glad that I did the test because I had no sound at all. Yeah, Vector, I agree with you, man. The ATC is missing like a reply feature, like where you can just read back whatever. Kind of like Infinite Flight has, where you can just read back. What's up with these freaking taxiways all bumpy? You could probably ramp off of one of these things. But yeah, this is actually what Rio International looks like. It's very unique design, the way they have all the lights. Those are actually light poles. Those big things standing up there, so pretty cool. I also have a payware version of this on X-Plane too, which I have to say the payware version on X-Plane does look better. But they did probably spend like a year working on it, so. But yeah, this is what it looks like for the most part. This is I think this is one of the handcrafted airports. Speaking of O'Hare though, I'm definitely gonna probably pick up O'Hare sometime soon. I know I haven't done any flying in the US yet. Like I don't think I have. Yeah, I haven't done any flying at all in the US. Yeah, we'll take this spot right here. We'll be doing it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be our first US flight. First stream in the US for Microsoft Flight Simulator tomorrow. Be in my hometown, Houston, H-Town. Thank you, Javon.
Great flight, Blue.
Appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you, man, for riding along. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll stop here at ramp gate Ocho 8. I'm not sure. Is it Ocho in Portuguese too? I think it is Ocho. I think it's the same. All right, engines are gonna shut down. I'm gonna completely shut it down because we're done for today. We are done for. Oh, I should have showed you guys the bug. Hold on. Turn it back on. Turn it back on. I want to show you guys the bug before we leave. It should be spooling back up. I think it's still dying. We'll give it a second. We'll turn it back on, and I'm gonna show you. If I turn off the master switch, my left engine will die. Since we're done, I might as well go ahead and break it. Oh wait, I had to go to start. There we go. Frederick, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hold on, somebody else asked me something real quick. Callum has got a lot of add-ons to add to the game. Personally think the game came out too early. Yeah, I have to agree, sadly. Whenever they announced that it was coming out on the date that it did come out, I was like, really? This soon? You guys know I was a part of the beta and everything, and I was like, huh, okay, I guess they're gonna fix all this stuff in a month. And they didn't. So yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people think there was some kind of higher up decision to put the game out sooner than even the developers wanted to put it out. So I don't think the developers wanted to put it out as soon as they did. But yeah, anyways, they're working on that. And then see, who was that? Frederick was asking, what are the thoughts? What are my thoughts in Microsoft Flight Simulator's FPS in general? I think that there should be is a lot more room to improve. A lot more room to improve. I personally expected way better FPS than what we're getting. Even now after the recent update, where we are getting better FPS than we did from release. I don't know. I just expected it to be better. I expected because it's supposed to go to Xbox, right? And like, since it's going to Xbox, I expected the performance to be a lot better on PC. That is why my hopes were so high for my FPS, but you know, they were kind of let down there. All right, let me show you guys the thing, and then we'll get out of here. So engines are on. So my usual process after engine start would be to turn off. Actually, first I would go to APU bleed. And I'll turn that off, and then I'll hit the master switch, turn that off, and then I'll go over here to the engine mode switch and go to normal. Now at the moment everything is fine, right? I'm like, okay, we're good, we're ready to push back. So I would push back, and I'm actually gonna completely show you guys how this works. And watch it not work because now I'm trying to show it off. So I'm gonna actually pretend like I'm gonna go and leave for another flight and release my park and brake. And turn the taxi lights on. I'm trying to recreate this bug right now, is what I'm trying to do. Since we can't watch our replay, we have to do other things with our life. Okay, so everything is on, we're ready to taxi. Park brakes release. I'm gonna give it some throttle and watch engine 1. Let's see if it works. It's probably not gonna work now. How much you bet it's not gonna work now? How much you want to bet it's gonna be like, oh, you trying to expose me now, huh? You trying to expose me now? Okay, I'm gonna keep the engine on. Yeah. All right. All right, we're taxiing. All right, a little fast. We're taxiing. All right, so watch it. It's probably not gonna work now. Are you serious? You're just gonna work because all these people watching? You're not gonna do the things you did, the thing you did for me, like for 3 hours yesterday? There it is. There it is. And there goes the left engine. Yeah, so I tried to do a flight last night, like probably 5 times. I went through the process of restarting my engine. I think I even loaded up a hot start where I had the engines already running. and the exact same thing happened. Actually, I think when the engines are running, it doesn't happen because the APU is already off, so it didn't actually register that. But yeah, now we have one engine. So left engine is spooling down, as you can see there. I love this livery. So yeah, that's a bug. That's one of the big bugs that come with it. So, and if I want to restart it, which I would usually do, and I'm not gonna actually do it now because I would hit master switch on because you need the APU to turn on to actually start the engine. There is a way to do a crossfeed start. I don't know how to do it in the Airbus, and I don't even know if it's simulated. So, but yeah, you turn the master back on, and then you would wait for the flap to open. You hit start, and then you hit the APU bleed. Once you do all that stuff, and then you can start the engine. You hit the left switch again, and what's going to happen to you is it's actually going to stop. Look at it; it even X'd out the whole side. It would stop at 25.5 and 2, and it would get stuck there. And even if I leave the master switch on now, it doesn't even matter anymore because since it's shut down, it's no longer going to work like ever again until you restart the session. So just warning you guys that now, that is something that I've been dealing with. I know a lot of other people have also been dealing with the fact that they can't get the engine to turn on in the first place. I haven't had that problem yet. Also, some people are having issues with the batteries turning on. Like they don't turn on. So again, there's a lot of bugs with it. I'm actually happy and thankful I was able to get an A320 flight in today. Tomorrow I plan, if I don't have any major issues, to fly to 787. So that'll be a lot of fun. But like I said, guys, welcome to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Beautiful Rio de Janeiro. Love this airport. Love this city. The statue's over there somewhere. We can't see it because the quality is bad out there, but we're not going to worry about it. Yes, MJack, you're not the only one. Not the only one. Anyways, guys, I got to get out of here. Hopefully, you enjoyed today's couple of flights, and hopefully I helped you, you know, in some kind of way, made your day better, whatever. I don't know. Hopefully, it was good for you. But you know what it is, man. Let's do some shout-outs before we head out. Show some love to you guys for sticking around. Again, our landing rate was 152 for that leg. Pretty happy about that. Alan Farm, thank you very much, my friend. Will Pine, he says the 3 main fixes are keeping the APU running, turning the left fuel tanks on and crossfeed off, and having fuel in center tank. Huh, that's a new one. I'm gonna try that. Thank you for saying that, my friend. I'm gonna have to look at that later. Grimlock, thank you very much. Vector O or Vector A, thank you. Will Pine, thank you for that feedback. M Jackson, fan, thank you very much, my friend. Javon, thank you very much again. Max Kafula, thank you very much. David Bukachi, hello and thank you very much, my friend, for stopping by. Coming through. Callum Holloway, he's here. You're there. Thank you, man. Captain Reynolds, thank you again. Bombosa, thank you. IFNG, thank you. Raven, thank you. Stainless, thank you. John Doe, thank you. Michael, thank you. Adam, thank you. Aviator Dan, thank you, man. I'll see you soon, very soon, bro. We need to talk more. We need to keep talking. We'll make it happen. Michael, thank you very much, my friend. Luca, Romano, muito obrigado, my friends. Captain No Gear, what up, bro? Thank you very, very much. Chris Curry, thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Tino Star, thank you, man. Thank you very much. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have an amazing day. Remember, you have 3 choices. Give up, give in, and give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video. I'm out.